And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Jones versus Stegall. Step forward, please.
18-year-old waitress Bonnie Jones is suing her ex-boyfriend, 20-year-old tile installer Thomas Stegall, for writing checks from a shared account after they broke up.
Miss Jones, Mr. Stegall was your boyfriend.
Yes.
While you were together, you made the monumental mistake of having a joint bank account with him.
Yes.
It was probably a mistake for both of you, but certainly since you're on that side of the table, it was a bigger mistake for you. According to your complaint, at the time you broke up, you left some of the checks in the apartment or in the house where you were living.
Yes.
Mr. Stegall found those checks because he had not been writing checks on the account you had. And over the next month, he wrote a series of checks. The bounced fees, et cetera, came to about $600. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And there's no question, these were all his checks, his withdrawals, after you broke up. Is that right?
Yep.
Now, I think, Mr. Stegall, you acknowledge that all of these checks were written after you broke up. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
So now, I would like you to tell me, and at the same time you're going to tell Bird, your defense.
Well, at the time we broke up, she was controlling the checking account. I gave all my money, my paychecks to her, and she deposited it. When we split up, I hadn't been using the checkbook. I wasn't allowed to. So when she left, I figured there was still money in there for me to use. I didn't know.
Do you know how to use a telephone?
I didn't know where she was.
But you know where your bank was.
Yes, ma'am.
Would it ever dawn on you to go into the bank and find out if there was any money left in that account?
It didn't occur to me, no, ma'am.
Okay. So continue. Bird's still listening.
Well, basically, I found the checkbook, and I decided that, well, I really wasn't thinking straight at the time, I guess you could say. I needed a few things, or wanted a few things, and I ended up writing a few checks that turned out to bounce. And she's called me quite a few times since then to let me know, and I told her I'd do the best I can to work on it, but I just got employed again, just getting stuff straightened out.
Would you tell me what your defense is?
I had no idea there wasn't any money in the account. I thought that my money was still in there.
So if you knew that there was no money in the account, you wouldn't have written these checks. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, ma'am.
So then you owe her the money, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't this easy? Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $606. That's it.
Thank you.
Excuse me. Yeah, this is case number 128 on the calendar in the matter of Cassidy versus Graves. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ladies, have seats. You're welcome.
Bird, this is another one of those cases of Dumb and Dumber, and Mama gets to pay the bill.
Ooh.
Which one is your daughter?
Erin.
That's dumb. Dumber. Miss Cassidy made the mistake of letting her daughter borrow her car. Her daughter went to a party and got blotto drunk. So far correct, Miss Cassidy?
Pretty accurate.
Somehow or another, Mr. Graves over here, dumber, got the car and wrecked it. Mr. Graves' defense, while he acknowledges that he went over a curb or a building, is that right, sir? You're not exactly sure.
Technically.
Thereby damaging the car, has a novel defense. So we have agreed on a certain state of facts. Miss Cassidy, the mother, owner of the car, daughter whose name is?
Erin Cassidy.
Drunk, blotto, laid out. He takes the car. Now we're going to hear his defense. We can't wait.
All right. Well, we're at a party at my friend's house, and Erin asked me to go pick up an errand for her. And
Pick up what?
Pick up an errand.
Pick up an errand.
Yeah.
Is that heavy?
No. No, it's not.
Erin asked you to what?
To drive her car to go pick up an errand for her.
To go pick up an errand. Could you
Yes.
describe what an errand is, sir? Because Bird and I don't understand what an errand is. Is that bigger than a bread box, smaller than a bread box? What does it do? What does an errand do?
It's an illegal substance.
An errand is called an illegal substance.
No,
Bird,
that's what I went
have
to.
you ever heard an illegal substance called an errand?
Not in this lifetime.
Not in this lifetime. And having been around family courts and the court system for a long time, we would have heard, I mean, we've heard of a lot of things, but we've never heard of an illegal substance called an errand. We're going to start again, Mr. Graves.
Okay.
You were at a party, and Erin asked you to what?
to go pick up some cocaine for her.
Okay. Did she give you any money? I would like you to look in my eyes when you speak to me.
All right. She tried to give me some money, but she couldn't find her wallet because she was too drunk. And so we went looking for her wallet, and I found it outside in the front, or next to the front door. So.
Look at my eyes.
Sorry.
So you took money out of her wallet, or you brought the wallet back to her?
Mm-hmm.
What? Is not an answer.
Yes.
You see what I mean, Dumb and Dumber?
Dumb and Dumberer.
Dumb and Dumberer. Is not an answer. Either you took the money out of her wallet, or you brought the wallet back to her for her to take the money out of it, and is not an answer. Column A or column B? Which one was it?
Took the wallet to her.
And she took the money out?
No, she said to look in it and take the money.
And how much money did you take out?
Just $20.
$20. And where did you go to purchase this cocaine for Aaron with the $20?
From a friend of mine.
Friend of yours?
Yeah. Well, a friend of ours.
A mutual friend. The person's name?
I can't give that.
Oh, yes, you can.
All right.
You're here in court. I'm asking you a question. I have to decide whether or not you're telling me the truth. The person's name?
Justin?
Justin what?
I don't know. I don't want to give it to you. Sorry.
Now, you're in the car on your way with the $20 to buy cocaine for Erin, who was drunk. So drunk she couldn't even find her own wallet. And what happened with the car, Mr. Graves?
Well, I was turning to a left-hand turn lane, and I got a glare in my eye.
What time was it?
I think 11 or so.
At
11?
night?
Yes.
Was it a sun glare?
No, it was from a light, because I wear contacts.
It was from what light? Because you wear...
The street light. Like, you know, the light that's red, green, signal light. And I
So because you wear contact lenses, it affects your light in a way different from the way it affects normal people?
No, not necessarily. I don't know how normal people see because I'm not a normal seer.
You're not normal, is what you're saying. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, I'm not trying to say that.
You were blinded by the light. And what happened?
Well, I drive a truck, so I'm not used to her quick handling, and sorry.
You got blinded by the light. And what happened?
And I was turning to the left-hand turn lane, and there's an island there. And I went up the curb onto the island.
Thereby damaging the
rims.
Then you went and bought the cocaine.
Yes.
And you brought it back to the house.
Yes.
And what did you do with it?
Well, I went to go find Erin, but she was passed out on my friend's bed.
And?
And so then I just gave it to someone else.
You gave Erin's cocaine to somebody else?
Well, someone else was purchasing some too at the same time.
You mean you drove somebody else also to your friend Justin's house to buy the cocaine?
Yes.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Well, how many purchasers... Bird. This is very serious business. This is the future of our country here that's standing here.
Merely cleaning my
This is the
glasses.
future of America. How many purchasers were in the car altogether, Mr. Graves?
None of them were purchasers.
Well,
But
that
they were
was
just-
you.
I wasn't purchasing.
Sure, you were purchasing.
I was purchasing it for other people.
You were an
Yes.
errand.
Yes.
Sorry. He was an errand. And then there was at least one other person who you also said was in the car also purchasing, right?
No. No other person in the car was purchasing besides me.
I thought you said somebody else in the house. You gave
Well,
it to...
I brought 2 people with me, but they weren't purchasing any. They were just going along for the ride.
So you gave it to...
The person that was back at the house.
Just because they were... Was it their birthday or anything?
Not that I know of.
Was it a bar mitzvah present?
No.
Just because you were a nice guy. Because you don't do any cocaine.
No, not anymore. Not anymore.
I don't mean now, I mean then.
Yeah, I did.
Party time. So you just gave away the cocaine. Didn't want to use any of it yourself that night. Didn't want to save any for later.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You know what makes me doubt what he said? The fact that when he came back, and because she was sleeping, he gave the cocaine away.
Yeah.
And later today,
I'm not happy. You're not happy. Let's call this quits. And he then crossed the double yellow line in my car and started driving towards oncoming traffic full force.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Kathy Cassidy says her daughter's former friend, Colin Graves, damaged her BMW when he drove it over a curb. Colin says Kathy's daughter asked him to go buy cocaine.
How much did it cost you to fix this car, Miss Cassidy?
$25, $34, $95 or something.
Do you have any proof of that?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it, please. Where's the car now, Miss Cassidy?
It's in my possession.
Did you give her the car back?
Well, she still uses it on occasion, but the story of what happened isn't exactly as...
I don't necessarily buy everything that he says. Right. You know what makes me doubt what he said? The fact that when he came back, and because she was sleeping, he gave the cocaine away.
Yeah.
I tried to wake her up.
That's not what I'm talking about. That he gave it away because he didn't want to use it himself, you know, even though then he was using cocaine occasionally, he didn't want to use it, so he just gave it to a friend.
Right, that's very kind.
Do you understand? Wasn't that kind?
Yeah.
Kind. So I'm sure somewhere in the middle of what your daughter told you and what Mr. Future of America told me lies the truth.
Yes.
It really is irrelevant. Yes. She was irresponsible.
Yes, she was.
She drove a car and she got drunk. He acknowledges that she was drunk, so that he should not have taken her car, because if she was drunk, she was in no position to give advised consent to him taking the car.
That's right.
And therefore, he should not have taken it. Whether he was doing errand for her or not, or doing errand for somebody else, or just being a jerk, he should not have taken the car because she was drunk. And I don't think you have to suffer for that. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that your daughter did the wrong thing by taking your car and putting herself in a position where she wasn't totally together.
And she agrees. She
Good.
understands.
Absolutely fine. In any event, Mr. Graves was driving the car. Unfortunately for him, he was blinded by whatever light it was. Maybe it was a shooting star. He owes you $25.34. That's $2,534. Judgment for the plaintiff. Thank you very much. Goodbye, and I wish us all luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
He's like, excuse, you may step out.
I did not ask for drugs that night, and I did not tell him to go take my car to do drugs. In fact, he was the one that did the drugs, so.
She was coherent at the time when I asked her for her keys.
I was never asked. That's not the truth.
2-year-old administrative assistant Janine Barnard is suing her twin sister, administrative assistant Jennifer Barnard, for unpaid loans, forgery, and for an outstanding cell phone bill.
All rise. Now, this is case number 180 on the calendar, the matter of Barnard versus Barnard. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated, sir. Have a seat, please.
Twin sisters that don't get along. That's what we have here. Have you always not gotten along?
No.
When did you stop getting along?
Well, when she got back from Puerto Rico.
Listen, I don't know when that was.
2 months ago.
So prior to 2 months ago, you got along just fine.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that right?
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
So for 30 years, you got along.
No. No, we didn't get along. We fought before because this has happened in the past before.
What's
no,
your first name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Which one of you came out of the womb first?
Me. She did.
And your name?
Janine.
Janine. So Janine is your older sister.
Yes.
How many minutes?
By 12 minutes.
Have either of you ever been married?
No.
What do you do for a living?
I'm an administrative assistant.
And you?
Administrative assistant.
Do you work at the same place?
No.
And you don't live together?
No. No, we do
This
not.
is your boyfriend?
Yes.
What does he do for a living?
He's a labor worker.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Yep.
What does he do?
He's not working right now. He's injured.
What's the nature of his injury?
He has a bad knee right now.
So you're supporting the household?
No, I live at home. She's lying. She's paying his rent. She lives.
That's her business. Who do you live with?
My parents.
And you don't?
No.
You live with a boyfriend?
Yes. I've lived on my own for 9 years.
Okay. So now we have a little bit of the background. We have twins, the older twin by 12 minutes?
Yes.
And your kid sister?
That's correct.
According to your complaint, you loaned your kid sister $300 because she was behind in rent.
I loaned her $180 for the rent itself.
And what was the other money for?
Money that I just lent to her for food, for sneakers, for clothing, because...
Was it all at one time that you lent her this money?
No, it was not at all at one time, no.
Over what period of time did you give her this $300?
I'd say probably over, it was a 4-month period.
Miss Barnard?
Yes.
Forget it. Did you give her one large lump sum of money?
I gave her $180 so she could move out of her apartment.
No, I paid that, and the only person that helped me move was my brother, and it was on his credit card.
Just a second. She says she gave you $180. You saying that that's not true?
Yes, that's not true.
When did you move?
I moved in February.
Tell me about when your sister asked you for this loan.
Well, she was trying to move. She owed back rent, so I lent her the money so she could get the money. Then I rented a U-Haul on the 16th for her so she could move.
Just a second. Is this $180 that you gave her in cash, or is that including...
It was cash because I didn't know I would have to give a money order to my sister to have her pay me back.
Do you have any proof that on or around the 16th of February you took $180 out of a bank or out of a credit card or from an ATM?
Yes, yeah.
Let me see it.
I don't have my bank statement on me. I go to the ATM and withdraw money out. I don't have it on me right this second. But
the second is what counts.
I understand that.
All right. Now I want you to tell me about the other part of your lawsuit, which has to do with a cell phone or a phone bill that you say you had absolutely nothing to do with.
Yeah. Back in a few months ago, I went to try to purchase a cell phone, and they said that I owe them $319.27 from a prior. Yep, the phone company.
And did you say, I don't have this phone number?
Yeah, I didn't have any recollection of it at all. I told them it wasn't me, and I had to look into it and call the fraud department at the phone company to research it.
And what happened when you researched it? What did you
I researched it. I asked them for a copy of the agreement that was signed to get the phone, and I have it right here.
This was in 1994, 10 years ago. And I have no recollection of it. I didn't sign anything.
Recollection.
I didn't sign it, excuse me, recollection.
And it's clearly that the signature, the A's above, the A's on the printing above is different from the A in the signature print. Next to her, the signature, the A's are clearly different.
This is from 1994. This is actually 10 years ago. I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah, well, because I tried to get a cell phone, and they said that I have to owe the money. I actually got copies of the bills stating the forwarding address from the Quincy address to a Mattapan address, which is her boyfriend, Maurice Sherman Hines.
This is Maurice?
Yes, it is.
Maurice, stand up here a second. Your girlfriend is Jennifer, is that right?
Yes.
Did Jennifer ever get you a cell phone?
No.
Did Janine ever get you a cell phone?
Yes.
When did Janine get you a cell phone?
It was about 10 years ago.
She says that $319 is owed from an old phone. Clearly the phone that you say she got for you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you acknowledge that this phone was the phone that the plaintiff bought for you in 1994, and you owe on that phone $319.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So why don't you pay it?
Haven't had no money to pay it, and she just brought it up to me a couple of weeks ago.
What do you do for a living?
I work at Labor Ready.
Labor Ready?
Yes.
That means that you go...
And do hard work.
You
Whatever
live
needs to be
together?
done. No.
Do you have children?
Yes.
How many children do you have?
One.
With whom?
Jennifer.
You had to think about that? Is this Jennifer or another Jennifer?
This is Jennifer right here.
This Jennifer?
Yes.
How old is this child that you have with Jennifer?
9.
Oh. Costa Rica. Do you know that I've heard good things about Costa Rica? That they have a very large American population in Costa Rica. Let's go back for a second. You've been together 10 years. You have a 9-year-old child. Is there any reason why you're not married?
Never thought about it.
What?
Never thought about it.
Never thought about it. You have a mother and father,
Yes.
Jennifer?
Mm-hmm.
How long have they been married?
Still married.
Well, not still married. How long is the number?
God, like 50 years.
50 years?
Maybe 45 years.
So that you know about the concept of marriage.
Yes. And I don't want to get married right now. Why? I just don't want to.
Really? Mm-hmm. That might
That's
be
a big commitment. I'm not...
No, having... Well, certainly.
I mean...
Certainly, just a sec. Bird, please, Bird. Well, certainly having a child is more like getting a pet goldfish. That is not a commitment. But getting married certainly is a commitment that one wouldn't want to think about after 9 years of, or 10 years of living together.
You have a point.
How long have we been doing this?
How long have we been doing this? A long time, 25 years.
And how many times have we heard, I'm not ready for a commitment?
I'm not ready for a commitment, you know, and when the kid is graduating from elementary school, maybe we'll think about the commitment of marriage.
College, maybe.
College, maybe.
We've been together off and on, not
Costa Rica, maybe.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And later today,
She saw a ring that she liked, and she said, I really like that ring. Would you buy it for me? And you said, I'll only buy it for you if you really love me. And she said, I really love you.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Janine Barnard says her twin sister, Jennifer Barnard, used her information to set up a cell phone account.
You've had 10 years to pay the $319. So let me explain this to you, Miss Jennifer. Mr. Wonderful over here may not be prepared to make a commitment, and you may not be prepared to make a commitment to each other, even for the sake of your child. Do you understand?
Yes.
That's your business. I can't clear up the world one case at a time. But I can tell you this. You are going to pay that $319 for the phone bill that you owe. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
And if you don't want to pay, Jennifer is going to pay it to her on your behalf. And then Jennifer can get the money back from you. We understand each other, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
That doesn't sound unreasonable, does it?
No, not at all.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $319. Get out of here.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I agreed with what Judge Judy said.
It's bogus. It's 10 years old.
He just didn't know that he owed the money, and she could have just asked him out for it.
And she brought the phone for me out of the kindness of her heart.
Because she's money hungry, she just wants money.
So why should I give her money for a present that she gave me?
I don't have a future relationship with my sister.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Chenier versus Irby. Step forward, please.
21-year-old stock person Chris Chenier is suing his ex-girlfriend, 21-year-old student Jessica Irby, for the cost of 2 rings he bought for her. Chris says Jessica's a cheater.
Don't get comfortable, Bird. This is not going to take long.
I'm never comfortable.
Good. How old are you?
I'm 21.
How old are you?
21.
You want money back from her for a couple of rings that you bought her, and you say she promised to give you the money back.
Yep.
Yep. Try yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect. What do you do for a living?
I work at Walmart.
And what do you do?
I don't have a job right now.
Do you live home?
Yes.
Do you go to school?
Yes, Your Honor.
What kind of school?
HCC, college.
Okay. Let me tell the story, because that way Bird won't get bored. Try to pay attention, Bird.
Yes.
When you were dating, you went with her to the mall.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Quick learner. And according to you, she saw a ring that she liked.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because I read your papers very carefully. And she said, I really like that ring.
Yes.
And would you buy it for me?
Yes.
And you said, I'll only buy it for you if you really love me.
Yes.
That's what you said.
Yes, Your Honor.
And in what month was that, sir?
April.
And she said, I really love you.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you bought the ring.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then in June, she broke up with you.
Well, July.
Or July. Now, putting it all together, it is your claim that because she told you she loved you in April and broke up with you in July, she really lied.
Yes.
And therefore, she's not entitled to the ring.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Chenier, if she really loved you in April,
Yes.
she'd be entitled to the ring. It was a gift then. Is that correct?
Well, it was more of a promissory ring.
No. You just said that you said to her, I'll buy you the ring if you really love me.
Yes.
And she said, I really love you. And at the moment she did. Did you ever hear of Elizabeth Taylor?
No.
You never heard of Elizabeth Taylor?
No, I haven't.
How about Eminem? Did you ever hear of Eminem?
Yes.
Did you ever hear of Costa Rica?
I hear there are a lot of Americans in Costa Rica.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 21-year-old stock person Chris Chenier is suing his ex-girlfriend, 21-year-old student Jessica Irby, for the cost of 2 rings he bought for her.
Mr. Chenier, you have to get over it, sir. She loved you in April. She didn't love you in July. You bought her the rings. She doesn't love you anymore. Put a period. Get over it. Goodbye. Have a happy life.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Now I know never to trust Jessica anymore.
I said I loved him, but I never once said I'd pay him for the ring back.
She cheated on me.
Brian Buzzini is suing Charles Muniz, owner of Baby Jane's of Hollywood. Brian is accusing Charles of selling unauthorized photographs of him to his fans.
Order. All rise. Quiet in the courtroom, please. Your Honor, number 92 on the calendar in the matter of Buzzini versus Muniz. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Have a seat, sir. Have a seat.
Mr. Buzzini, you say that the defendant has in his possession pictures of you and has been selling them and is not authorized to have them or sell them. You want $5,000 in damages.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why don't you tell me how he came into possession of these pictures and why you think that you're damaged to the tune of $5,000?
Well, Your Honor, my wife had arranged a public appearance with the defendant. I was to appear, and what I was promoting at the time was a couple posters that I had and also a calendar which I'd worked on. It was a project of 2 years. This is one of the pictures that will be in question. The agreement was to appear for approximately 2 hours, which was fine, and I would be signing autographs of the posters, and that's all that I was aware of at the time.
Signing the posters?
Posters, correct.
Are you a model by trade, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
And I do have a portfolio here. This is my livelihood. And
okay. And Mr. Muniz? Muniz. You have a store that's called Baby Jane's of Hollywood?
Yes.
What kind of store is this?
Celebrity collectibles.
And how do you make your money?
Normally selling stills and posters and autographs. We have autograph sessions a couple times a year.
And is this one of those autograph sessions that
yes.
you arranged for?
Mrs. Buzzini came to us to carry his posters, and she wanted to sell us all the posters. We don't normally stock non-movie posters. So what we agreed with her was we would give him 100% of the money for the poster sales as long as he would sign the other photographs that we had, which were from a Playgirl layout from 1985. He was Man of the Year. But we asked if she could supply us with another photo that was current and that he had clothes on, that we could use with the press and that he could sign at the event.
How many photographs were you supposed to get for you to sell in exchange for letting him come in and sign his posters and sell them?
We printed 50 of each image. There are 3 images.
So you had 150
yes.
altogether that was supposed to be your property, and you were supposed to keep 100% of the revenues from those?
No, he would get $5 for every signature that he put onto a photo. And if people came in with their own items, like their copies of Playgirl, he would get $5 for that also.
Your Honor, the defendant had mentioned to me prior to me arriving, would you object to signing other photographs if people brought them along? And I said, no, I'll accommodate that, and that's no problem.
Is that relevant?
Yes, it is.
How?
Because halfway during or not even halfway during, they started bringing pictures that was this picture, which I had no idea at the time that was printed up. This was not to be printed up. This is a project, Your Honor, that is in progress. I have not sold this yet.
Who started bringing those pictures?
Some of the fans that were lining up had a couple. There wasn't many. Most of them were the Playgirl, which I really didn't know that was going to happen either. That they would.
Well, they had to get that picture from someplace, sir.
Well, they got it from Mr. Moniz,
okay.
Which I didn't understand.
How did he get that?
I gave him not this particular picture, a larger, I believe, 11 by 14 print. My wife brought it to him to advertise that I would be there on January 11th. Your Honor, this is my livlivelihood. I'll just
Mr.
give
Bazzini, I'm trying to understand.
I'll give you an example.
No, don't give me an example. I'm not.
Well, this is.
Listen to me.
Okay, ma'am.
Put it down. Put it down.
I'm trying to show you my work, what I do for a lot of money, my livelihood, to raise my children and my family.
Mr. Bazzini, this is a court, sir. Evidently, from your papers, and he acknowledges that you signed a bunch of them quickly, and he kept some of them. Is that correct?
No, he was paid for everything that he signed. There were leftover unsigned ones. So in the interim between the December appearance and today, probably 5 photos have been sold that were unsigned.
And how much did you sell them for?
$15.
A piece?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Mr. Bazzini, that's what this lawsuit is about. Those, let us just say they were 5.
Even if it's 1, yes.
Okay. I want you to explain to me how you were damaged for $5,000.
Your Honor, if I can physically show you the type of work that I've done that has brought me this commercial reel that I have is $1 million.
Bazzini, this is not an opportunity for you to impress me with your work, sir.
No.
Well, I want you to explain to me how you're damaged. You sat at a desk, sir, and signed for $5 a piece the same pictures that he sold unsigned for $15 a piece. So it's not as if you didn't give away those pictures or sell those pictures when you were sitting there. So I don't understand where you come to $5,000, sir.
Ma'am, when I have a letter here, if you will, from my agent that explains what I make per image. My agreement with Mr. Moniz was entirely to promote something. Correct? It was
just a minute, Mr. Bazzini, you're not following me. This is not a situation where they're invading your privacy, that they're using unauthorized pictures of you, that they're doing something in an underhanded fashion. They had some leftover pictures. You shouldn't have done that. You acknowledge, sir, that you shouldn't have sold those pictures. That wasn't part of your agreement.
Well, in movie memorabilia, that's what everything is the leftover pictures from press kits. And
I know, but was it your understanding with his wife that you could keep those?
I understood that we could. If it was a problem, he's more than... I mean, we could love to destroy the photos.
You want to say something?
I'm the co-owner of Baby Jane of Hollywood.
Roy Wyndham.
Yes.
And our entire agreement with Mr. Bazzini appearing was through his wife. We never once talked to Mr. Bazzini on the phone before the signing.
That's a lie.
I kept asking the wife, actually talking to a machine, saying that we need a current photograph for the day of the signing, and we needed a current photograph of him so we could advertise it, because the photograph that we had was him nude. And we can't advertise those in local newspapers.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I think your ego maybe is a little too big. You know, our story is Baby Jane of Hollywood, not Brian Bazzini of Hollywood.
And later today...
I don't think that once you pass the age of 2 or 3, you ought to show your rear end in public. So you keep the photographs.
Yes, I will.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 34-year-old model Brian Bazzini is suing the owner of Baby Janes of Hollywood, Charles Muniz, for selling unauthorized photographs. Mr. Muniz says it was an oversight and not done out of malice.
We're talking about the leftover pictures, pictures that you made extra of that were not used at the signing.
Correct.
That he is angry about because he said he was not paid for those pictures.
We paid for everything to be printed. We paid for everything to be made. And when he came in, everything was available for customers to purchase that day. And he saw the quantity that we had of each.
So?
And the remainder was there to be sold.
Well, but that's what he's saying. He's saying it was not his understanding that the remainder was going to stay with you to be sold. Is that what you're complaining about?
I didn't even know that these pictures existed. And if you could put yourself in the situation, you have 100 people in line.
Where's your wife?
My wife was with my children.
Just a second.
She was 9 months pregnant.
Where's your wife today?
Today she's with my daughter at the doctor.
Mr. Bazzini.
Well, I think
you want to tell me what doctor it is? I'll give him a call.
Oh, I don't know.
Huh? I'm good at that. You want to tell me what doctor? Your wife was there, and your wife was the one who negotiated with these people what they were supposed to do. We haven't. Why don't you sit down?
I have a picture here that he signed. This is a photograph that he's complaining about. They autographed to me the day of the signing. So he knew that we had available in the store. He knew that they were sold.
Your Honor, after the fact, I'm sitting there with 100 people in line.
I appreciate the hospitality.
Sit down, sir.
Your
We're
Honor,
reaching a point, sir, where I'm getting frustrated because...
I'm getting frustrated also. I have 100 people in line. I can't stop it. I'll look like a damn prima donna. Pardon me. I look like a prima donna. I mean, what am I supposed to do? These pictures are starting to come. It's my understanding that I'm selling posters. I've traveled all over the world, and if you'd allow me to show you something, I could give you an idea of what I make.
Sir, this is not an opportunity to you. This is not an opportunity
per appearance. Not $5. I was doing that more as a favor and to get something circulated.
Mr. Pizzini,
with a new.
You're full of baloney. Let me tell you why you're full of baloney, sir.
I've got letters.
Let me tell you why you're full of baloney, sir. You're full of baloney, A, because your wife entered into these negotiations. You did not. Your wife is not here today. There's a reason for it, and it's not because she's with the doctor with your child. 2, you still haven't told me today why you believe you're entitled to $5,000. Your complaint is that he sold the pictures without your autograph, 5 of them, and you say that you're damaged to the tune of $5,000 when you sat there yourself and signed the same pictures for $5 a piece.
Can I clarify something?
Go ahead.
I questioned it the first time this picture was presented to me to sign. I said, this is a project. I don't want this picture out. That's like revealing the cover of your book to the public before people see it. I questioned it. They said it's for a few of your wonderful fans or your best fans. Somebody said that, and I said, how do you define who's the best fan here? And I said, okay, fine. I mean, I'm sitting there in front of a bunch of people, ma'am. I don't want to make a ruckus.
Just a second. So you said, okay, fine, and you signed them.
The alternative was to walk out. Does that make me look? That doesn't make me look too great in front of people that sat in line for me, Your Honor.
Listen to me, sir.
I mean,
that's your option. If they presented you with pictures and you didn't want to sign them, you could have said, I'm not signing those. I'm just signing my posters, or I'll sign the photographs that people come with.
Well, that's good publicity.
Fine. You sold 5 pictures of him?
Yes.
And you sold them for $15 a piece?
Yes. Ma'am, can I just show you a letter from my agent?
No.
To give you an idea? I mean,
absolutely not. I'm not interested in a letter from your agent.
That is billboards all over the world for 5, 10, 20 grand.
Mr. Pizzini, how much did you make for the... Hey.
Pardon me?
How much did you make for the whole day?
Somewhere around $700-800.
That's not $5,000, sir. So it seems that at least on some occasions you work for less than $5,000 a day. The judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $75, which is the amount of the 5 pictures, the most that you sold. Fares at $15 a piece. That's all.
Parties are excused. Step out, please.
No witness. If everybody could just take a damn picture of me, then I guess I wouldn't have much of a profession. That's like having vigilantes do the work for Judge Judy. Guess she'd be out of a job, wouldn't she? Might be a good idea.
And now the next case.
Parties on McKenzie versus Cooper. Step forward, please.
62-year-old Betty McKenzie says 72-year-old Lonnie Cooper knocked her to the floor while she was in line at her bank. Lonnie says it was Betty who did the shoving.
So you 2 people are online in a bank. You never saw each other before, is that right?
That's right.
You say this nice gentleman over here assaulted you. He says that you assaulted him. I can hardly believe that, looking at the 2 of you. So, Miss McKenzie, let me hear your version of what happened at this bank.
Okay. He was on my right.
You're online?
Yes, I'm in the line. He was on the right.
What was he doing on the right?
He was at a teller.
He was at the teller?
He was at the teller.
So he was in front of you and to the right?
That's right. Okay. I was getting ready, the man was getting ready to come out to teller on my left. The man dropped a piece of paper.
Which man dropped a piece of paper?
The man that was coming out the teller on my left.
So what happened?
I told him he dropped a piece of paper. He said, forget it. And he walked on out the door. The man on my right, he gonna come in front of me to pick up the piece of paper with his right hand.
That's this gentleman?
Yes, and take his left hand and knock me to the floor.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Your lawyer thought you were going to be able to get a lot of money from the bank. And it wasn't the bank's fault because Mr. Cooper had bad manners.
Yeah.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 62-year-old Betty McKenzie says while standing in line at her bank, 72-year-old Lonnie Cooper knocked her to the floor. Mr. Cooper denies any wrongdoing and claims Ms. McKenzie was the one who caused the disturbance.
Mr. Cooper?
Yeah. In the first place, it was on the right-hand side of the teller. And the fellow, the elderly gentleman in front of me, dropped most of his stuff. And I reached down to try to help him. And she pushed on past. And I did this to her. I didn't know what it was. And in turn, she wound up over in there. Over in there.
What do you mean, Mr. Cooper? She brushed on past you.
Well, she was behind me, so she didn't have no business in front of me.
Just a second. What do you mean she brushed on past you, Mr. Cooper?
Yeah, just like that. And
who is this?
It's a witness.
Is that your witness?
Character witness.
I'm not interested in a character witness. I assume that you're both characters. Because anybody who can get involved in this is got to be a character. Now listen to me. You stand up for a second. I want you to show me how she brushed on past you.
Come on. See the...
You're her. So tell me, show me what she did to you.
The elderly gentleman was up front.
Right.
And I was here and trying to help him with his stuff.
Right.
And she come past me, and I shoved her like that, and she went over into the...
Right.
See, she was behind me.
I understand that, sir. Mr. Cooper, step back to where the microphone is. Sit down. Mr. Cooper, why did you push her?
She came brush past. I told you I was standing in front trying to help the fella, which the paper was on the floor.
Why did you push her?
I didn't push. She came past just like that.
No, you pushed her. You just told me that you pushed her.
But it was on the right-hand side.
I don't care if right, left, middle. It doesn't make any difference, Mr. Cooper. You pushed this lady down. You had no right to do that, sir.
Well?
Yes, that's what you told me. You told me that you pushed her. And she fell. She's not 12 years old. You pushed the lady, she fell down.
Go around pushing women.
Well, but you did push her,
and if she had acted like a lady and stayed in the line like she's supposed to, this would never be happening.
Mr. Cooper, you are not... Shh.
Order.
Mr. Cooper, you are not a behavior monitor. A bank behavior monitor. If she did something wrong, you might have said something to her, but you had no right to push her. Now, Miss McKenzie, my question to you is
I didn't intend to push her. I wouldn't have to push her if she had stayed back there where she was supposed to be.
Okay. I understand what you're saying, Mr. Cooper. You're not following me, sir.
Okay.
Miss McKenzie, you say you were injured.
Yes,
How were you injured, madam?
Like I said, he pushed me to the floor hard. My ear, my back, my legs, I got photos of it.
Can I see it, please? Ooh, that's a nasty. That's just between you and me, okay? Do you have doctor's reports?
Yes, I do.
May I see them, please? I don't think that once you pass the age of 2 or 3, you ought to show your rear end in public. I mean, that's a... So you keep the photographs.
Yes, I will.
How will she get past me if I'm in front of her?
Mr. Cooper, stop being a nudnik.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
You had medical bills of $2,645?
That's one of them.
When did this incident occur? What date?
The 4th of March.
This wouldn't have happened if she had been a lady and stayed back there where she was supposed to be, but she wanted to be bullheaded.
Mr. Cooper, she has a lot of medical bills here, and you did the wrong thing. You have medical bills that are about $3,000, $4,000. Were any of them reimbursed by your insurance?
No.
Why not?
I had got a lawyer at first, but he had thought it was the bank. And then when he found out it wasn't the bank, then I had to take it on my... Yes.
Don't you have medical insurance?
I had Medicaid.
Did you submit these bills to Medicaid?
No, well, my doctor had told me not to do that.
Your doctor told you not to do that because your lawyer thought he was going to be able to work up a big medical bill so that you were going to be able to get a lot of money from the bank. Right. And it wasn't the bank's fault because Mr. Cooper had bad manners.
Yeah.
But I think, Mr. Cooper, that what you did to this lady was wrong, and she suffered for months as a result of your pushing her. She's suing for $5,000. That's what I'm giving her, $5,000, judgment for the plaintiff. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Thank you.
Out the back door to your right, please.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
It appears that this lady was just trying to get money, and that's exactly what she got.
Well,
and if her, she
takes that much.
I have 2 witnesses.
No, it's just another example of people just ripping you off.
I'm through.
Sales clerk Rachel Stanhoff says her ex-boyfriend Joseph Jefferson owes her money he borrowed to buy car rims.
Order, all rise. Quiet in the courtroom, please. Your Honor, case number 335 on the calendar in the matter of Stanhoff versus Jefferson. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Gentlemen.
This was your boyfriend. How long had you known each other?
About 2.5 years, almost 3 now.
And you're not together anymore.
Correct.
While you were together, he used your credit card to buy rims for his car.
Correct.
And you say, sir, that it was a gift of love.
Yep. Yes.
So, Miss Stanhoff, why don't you tell me about this rimming?
We were together about 2.5 years, and we ended up breaking up for about 6 to 9 months. We moved in together as roommates. He needed to purchase some rims. He then put $500 down, wrote a check to West Coast Motorsports in Garden Grove, and then proceeded to tell me that that he needed to have the other $1,300 to pay on the rims, or else he was going to lose his $500. So I went down with him. In return, he said that he would pay me back in full. He had gave me a Vaughn's credit card, or I'm sorry, credit union card. Told me that actually there was $30 taken out of his check every week that I could take out to pay the bill back.
So you broke up, he's got the rims and you got the bill. Is that what you're telling me?
Correct.
Go.
Okay, well, we broke up. We moved back in together. We were living there for about a week, and she usually takes me out shopping, buying me stuff whenever I want, when we get in fights or something. And she offered to buy me some rims for my car. She paid for them.
Why would she take you out shopping if you have a fight?
That's how she is. Whenever I got mad at her, we got in a fight, she bought me stuff. And she has a record of every time we break up, trying to take something back from me. And that's why, like, when we got back together that time, for like 3 years, she made me sign a contract saying that, it was a contract, it was made in 5/30/95, saying that the first thing on there says, whatever you bought me is mine if we break up no matter what. And she signed it and dated it, everything. So that's how she always goes to that stuff. Buys me stuff and then wants to take it back when we break up. When we went to buy the rims, I wrote the check for $500 and she paid the rest with the credit cards. There was no agreement. He was there with me when we bought it. It was us 3 there. We went there. There's no agreement that I had to pay back, nothing. The reason she got my cash card is
Just a second. Who has the car?
The card?
Car!
No, I sold it.
With the rims?
Yes.
How much after she paid for the rims did you sell the car?
I sold it for $18,500.
Well, I didn't ask you that question, but that's an interesting answer.
How much longer?
What?
How much longer? Just
what word in English didn't you understand?
You said how much the car 3 months ago.
How much after you put the rims on the car did you sell it was my question. You said $18,000, which isn't exactly an answer, but I'll take it.
2 months.
Had you already broken up with her at the time?
Yeah.
So why didn't you give her back the money for the rims from the car?
Because they were a gift. That's like
what?
They were a gift. That's like I bought her rings and stuff. Am I supposed to take everything back that I bought her?
Let me explain something to you, sir.
There's a difference between a ring, a piece of jewelry, a watch, a shirt, a tie, a pair of rollerblades. There's a difference between that and 4 rims for your car.
There's no difference. It's material.
How old are you?
20.
Where do you live?
In Hawaiian Gardens.
Who do you live with?
My grandma.
Your grandmother?
Yes.
Where do your parents live?
I don't know. I don't talk to my parents.
You don't know? You don't talk to them?
Yes.
For how long?
For a while. All my life.
What do you mean all your life?
All my life. Like
You mean
said.
you've always lived with your grandmother?
Yes.
Is it your mother's mother or your father's mother?
Mom's.
Does she talk to her daughter?
Yes.
You ever been arrested, Mr. Jefferson?
Nah. Nope.
Where do you work?
I don't work now.
Why?
Because I quit. Because I lost my license.
What license?
Driver's license.
Why?
For speeding.
How many times?
3.
And you were never arrested, sir?
Nah, never arrested, no.
No. And what kind of car was this that you sold for $18,000?
97 Mitsubishi Eclipse.
How'd you buy it?
Financed it.
What kind of work were you doing when you financed it?
I worked for UPS in Vaughn's.
And what happened to those jobs?
I had to lose them because of her.
You lost your UPS job because of her? How did she cause you to lose your UPS job?
See, that's how it started. When she broke into my box and she stole my car keys and my checkbooks, all this stuff, and she stole my car from UPS one night because I worked midnight shift. I go in 3 to 9, and I came out, my car wasn't there, and then I came back and it was moved somewhere else. She stole my car, and I couldn't keep letting my car go out. She always threatened me, saying that all my friends they're gonna steal your car, take the rims off, steal your radio. And then Vaughn's, she went in there harassing me all the time. My boss complained to me.
So she wanted the money back for the rims or the rims right from the beginning?
Nah, it's not for the money. It's for the love. She missed me. She wanted me still.
Oh, my God. God help her if that's what she wanted. How old are you?
19.
Who do you live with?
My grandmother.
Where are your parents?
My parents are in Norco. I talk to them once a week.
Where?
Norco, North Corona.
And why don't you live at home?
Because it's too far for me to commute now.
Have you ever met his parents?
I've met his mother.
When?
I've met her a few times during the 2.5 years that we were together. I've seen her probably about a year ago. I saw her.
When you saw them, was he there?
Yeah. He's the one that introduced me to her.
Does that sound familiar to you, sir?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
So it's not that you haven't spoken to your parents or your mother?
I don't talk to them.
Oh, God.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You are a 20-year-old unemployed person who takes from young women because he thinks that he's God's gift. I mean, you're not even good looking.
And later today.
We said to them, we're missing a day of work. They know the money that we do make when we work.
Well, if you're topless entertainers and do stand-up comedy, then you know about contracts.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Rachel Stanhoff says her ex-boyfriend, Joseph Jefferson, owes her money he borrowed to buy car rims. Joseph claims the money was a gift.
Listen up, Mr. Jefferson. You owe her for the tire rims. You're 20 years old. You could either be in your life. First of all, you got this dumb look on your face, which is really irritating. The smile, which really is irritating, because it looks to me as if you're trying to get over, and you think you're going to get over me. I'm smarter than you will be if you live to be 170 years old. Right? Do you understand that? Because you are either so thick or so impervious to what's right because you had no moral upbringing that I really feel sorry for you. And maybe that accounts for this ridiculous look on your face. But what I'm telling you is, you could either be a nice person or you could be a taker and a sucker all your life, sucking off other people. And it sounds to me as if you started your young life being a sucker off other people, taking advantage of other people and thinking that you have some gift, some special gift. I tell you right now, I got 3 sons, right? And I'm looking at you and I'm saying, you are no gift to anybody.
You give it.
You are no gift. You are a 20-year-old unemployed person who takes from young women because he thinks that he's God's gift. I mean, you're not even good looking. Judgment in this case is for the plaintiff for the amount of $1,255. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Now the back door to your right, please.
And now the next case.
Parties on Kaufman, Smith versus Rodriguez. Step forward, please.
Bikini models Jennifer Kaufman and Kim Smith are suing magazine publisher David Rodriguez because he used their photos in his magazine but never paid them.
You two ladies posed for
photographs that were in the defendant's magazine. You claim that he promised to pay you. He didn't. Is that what this case is about?
Yes. It is.
Well, who's going to speak first?
I would like to.
What's your name?
Jennifer Kaufman.
Okay.
We met Dave through some mutual friends, and we met at a local restaurant. And we had discussed, he said he was going to do some catalog work and a lot of different stuff, and we were excited for him, and we had discussed doing some pictures for him. And so...
He wanted to set up a photo shoot for the bathing suit company.
For the bathing suit company.
Yeah.
And we went, he set up the photo shoot. Well, we didn't make the first one. And at the restaurant, he said, we'll have to sign a release if we like your pictures, and we'll go from there.
The photographer then called us and insisted that we come on Father's Day and do this, and they said if they decide to publish our pictures, then we will then sit down and talk about a contract and be compensated for our work. Then some girls came up to us and said, yeah, we saw your picture in the San Antonio Sports Magazine. We were like, what? And we never signed anything. May I also add there's pictures floating around the internet.
So what you're telling me is you didn't have a contract with him?
We were supposed to, if the pictures were
if they
to be
liked
published,
the pictures, they didn't, yeah.
then we would sit down and talk about them.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living?
We're entertainers.
And
what kind of entertainers?
Comedy. We're both topless entertainers, and I do stand-up comedy.
Well, if you're topless entertainers and do stand-up comedy, then you know about contracts. So you're going to do these pictures, right, for some sort of compensation if the pictures were published. But you hadn't discussed the compensation with him.
If they decided to use our pictures, then that's what we were to discuss.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Did you ever hear speak when spoken to? Sit down. I'm not ready for witnesses yet.
Okay.
Good. So you hadn't had an amount of money that you agreed on, even if they used your pictures?
Well, we said to them, we're missing a day of work. They know the money that we do make when we work, and it's a very hard lesson. We did learn a lesson from this.
Good. So what are you here for?
To be compensated for?
Be compensated for the work that was done.
And
well, how much do you think you should be compensated?
$750 for each job.
And how many jobs did you do?
2.
You each did 2?
The first job we did was for a clothesline. It was runway modeling for the other photographer.
Well, don't tell me about the other photographer. You're talking about this. You're talking about this swimsuit issue, right?
Right. Yes.
So you think you should be compensated $750 a piece? That's $1,500, right? What about $500 a piece for the day? No, I'm just asking. What about $500?
May I say I have no animosity toward Dave. It has nothing to do with. It's about work. It's about his job that we done. And we're not compensated for. We trusted in his word, and that's what was understood.
Well, you know, if that was the case, if she had no animosity toward me, she called my advertisers trying to say that I was a liar. I mean, I go on my word.
Never said that.
I don't have any proof to show you, but my clients call me and say, you know, we have 2 girls calling trying to get our insurance company to pay them money. And this is one of my clients, I can't say who they are, and they said, why were they calling me? I have nothing to do with your
Mr. Rodriguez,
yes.
You took pictures of them, correct?
I didn't. A
photographer did. For your magazine?
Yes.
And you make money from this magazine from selling advertising space,
absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
So it would seem to me that if you sold advertising space, and this is that way you make your living, then you compensate the people who work for you. So you use their pictures.
Yes.
And how did you compensate them?
Okay, this is the deal.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Not here's the deal.
Okay.
You use their pictures in a product that you made from which you make a living from selling advertising.
Yes.
And my question to you is, how did you compensate them?
I told them they would get trade, that they would get a swimsuit. The company said they would provide each girl a swimsuit.
So why would we want...
Just put your hand down.
For their services, for posting in the magazine.
Are you kidding me or what?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
And I'm not going to hire 2 strippers. I'm going to go after a modeling agency. That's what I would do if I'm going to pay anybody to model a magazine.
First of all, strippers not what you do, it's who you are.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Bikini models Jennifer Kaufman and Kim Smith say magazine publisher David Rodriguez published their photos without paying them. David claims they agreed to let him use the photos for free.
Did you give him the swimsuit?
Well,
not well.
Yes, one of them has a swimsuit.
The one that they were wearing
One
that
of them,
day?
yes.
The one that they were wearing that day?
Yes.
Well, you know, you can't go out and sell those things again. I mean, you can't go out and sell them once you use it.
Exactly.
You know, once you use it, you bought it.
Exactly.
So you're telling me, Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
You expect me to believe, sir, that you got all the free talent to make your magazine, and in exchange for that, they were supposed to get a bathing suit.
Yes.
I don't usually ask these questions because it's not a good idea. Lawyers should never do that. Why would you think that they would do that?
This is the reason why.
I'm waiting.
Every year, I have an annual swimsuit issue. I get tons of photographs from women who want to be in the swimsuit issue. It's one of my biggest issues of the year. I don't pay one model to be in my swimsuit issue, not one. Out of all the models that I use, I have 13 models. I have these 2 girls saying they want to get paid. 2 girls out of 13 models. Does that make any sense there?
Can I see the magazine, please?
Well, we don't know what they discussed with them, but what we discussed with him is totally different.
Well, I have
no, let me tell you something. You didn't really discuss anything with him, because when you discuss something with him, then you make a price. I could just as easily say to you, listen, ladies, you didn't discuss with him what the price was for your work that day, which is what you're supposed to do. So I believe that you should be compensated. Looks to me like you had a pretty good time. $50 seems like a nice amount of money. I mean, I could say that to you. You're supposed to be smarter. I mean, if this is your business, if you're in the entertainment business, you're supposed to use your noodles.
But the fact of the matter is, too, that they contacted me. Here's the deal here. She called me wanting to be in my swimsuit issue. So I said I would meet with them. I met with them right on the table. Think of it. I have all these models. I mean, I have real models. I mean, I could have, if I was going to pay anybody, I'm going to hire a modeling agency. I'm not going to get.
Do real models not get paid?
Well, let me ask you.
And I'm not going to hire 2 strippers. I'm going to go after a modeling agency. That's what I would do if I'm going to pay anybody to model my magazine.
First of all, strippers not what you do, it's who you are.
Okay, well.
Let me ask you this question, sir. They took a lot of photographs of these young ladies, right? Where are the photographs that they took of these young ladies?
The photographer has them. They are his pictures.
Around the internet.
Some of them you have.
Yes.
Because you clearly went through some of them.
Sure, to edit it and go through it and decide which ones were the best, yes.
Well, let us assume for the moment that there was some sort of a misunderstanding. And in addition to being compensated by getting a swimsuit, and quite frankly, ladies, I can understand why ladies who are in the entertainment field would like to have the kind of exposure that this magazine, I mean, it looks like a perfectly nice magazine. It's got a picture of nice young ladies in bathing suits and very athletic-looking young men. I mean, there's nothing untoward about these pictures. Why you might want to have your picture in this kind of magazine, right? I assume you like that idea.
Yeah, you like
right?
it, sure.
I assume you like that idea.
Sure.
Okay. And the money wasn't really that important to you, because if it was that important to you and if it was your business, you would have made a price with him and you would have entered into a written contract with him.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I don't take much stock in the fact that there was some sort of a breach of contract. But Mr. Rodriguez.
Well, can I say something? Okay.
I'm not going to take any longer with this case than it's worth. It's not worth a lot, sir. I've already told them that they're not getting $3,000, they're not getting $1,500 because you didn't have a contract price, and I don't intend to make a contract now when there was none before.
But do I get anything for the models that now, since they ruined it with the swimsuit issue, they do not want to give the models that I owe swimsuits to? Now I have to, what do I do now? What do I do now?
Listen, what am I, your mother? What am I, your mother? You got a countersuit here? You have a countersuit here?
Well, I didn't, there was not time.
Time, shoulda, woulda, coulda. You're a businessman. I'm not your mother. I don't intend to solve all your problems, sir, and stop chewing gum in my courtroom. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Yes.
You have some pictures of them that I think that they would probably like to have.
Yes.
Wouldn't you like to have the photographs?
Yes, we would.
That would be very nice. At least they could put that in their portfolio, right?
Well, since they're the photographer's pictures,
I'm talking about the ones,
I have. Yes, yes. Gladly, I'd give them to him.
Perfect. By tomorrow. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
We did work and we wanted to be compensated for the work. I mean, of course we're not going to ask, bathing suits. Who would want bathing suits that worn from someone giving back.
That should be just normal feminine hygiene. That should be a
gross,
given that we would
actually.
get the suits. And I didn't.
And he made her give the one that she had on.
Yes, I gave mine back. I don't know what they planned on doing with
who was
that.
wearing those.
That's what happens when you know you're wrong. You walk away.
That's why
when
the
you
photographer didn't even show
when
up.
you know you're wrong. Well, I'm here. You're suing me. Why didn't you see the photographer? Why didn't you see the photographer? Well, then why am I here? I'm from Texas. We sort of have this thing. Handshake means a lot. Our word means a lot. Obviously, they're not from Texas, so they don't know what it means.
Swarthout claims his producer, Michaelina Lee, stole money from his film's budget. She says she repaid any monies she took.
Order, all rise. Your Honor, this is case number 377 on the calendar in the matter of Swarthout versus Lee. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have seats, please.
The two of you were involved, according to these papers, in the making of a movie, a short movie. You were a student, sir?
Yes, that's correct.
Got together some money, a budget of about $50,000, and you hired the...
About $63,000, Your Honor. Yeah.
63, it's even better. You hired the defendant.
No, I didn't hire her.
How did you come together with the defendant who also worked on this movie?
I'd known Miss Lee for a number of years when she lived out in Malibu. She had been a number of short-term jobs in the show business industry, and I knew that she had produced a short film prior to this. She had some experience doing it. So I asked her if she would volunteer to work with me, and she was quite enthusiastic about making another film. No, I did not pay her.
There was some sort of payment involved.
No, none. This is a student film, Your Honor. Everybody, the key people are working for free on this for the experience and for the credit.
What do you do with the $63,000 that you gathered?
This goes for 35mm film, to rent Panavision cameras, to rent very expensive equipment. Right.
And none of the actors who were in the film were paid either?
None of the actors were paid.
Okay. According to your complaint, she was co-signatory on the bank account that was set up to deal with this $63,000, and also did some of the purchasing, et cetera, for the project, and that she took without permission money from that account and also failed to repay certain loans that you authorized. Is that right?
That's correct.
Well, tell me about it.
We went through the class together, jumped all the hurdles, started making the film. We were chosen along with 4 other teams at UCLA to make the movie. She volunteered her apartment, the front living room of her apartment, to use as production headquarters. When the thing was getting going and underway, we got involved in the casting. She was helpful on that, working full-time. She had quit her job, her full-time job, after a pay dispute with her last boss. We got involved in the making of the film. I'm suing her on 6 different counts today for this equipment that was missing. I had to buy her a fax machine. She did not have one. I set up a fax line for her, a producer's manual, as well as a little accounting machine that she wanted. Miss Lee then sort of went Hollywood on us, unfortunately. She started taking herself to women in film luncheons. She took the other producer. She went to a full-day women in film seminar for $175 for networking purposes that had nothing to do with our motion picture. She went out to the Shambhala Wild Animal Preserve and bought $80 worth of personal souvenirs from our star, Tippi Hedren, a book about Shambhala and a film that Tippi had made. Had personal souvenirs, had nothing to do with this motion picture. As we were moving closer to production, she asked me to borrow the first month's rent, or February rent. I reluctantly agreed, but she was using her living room as a production office, so I said, okay. She asked me the same thing in March, the next month.
How much was the rent?
$500 a month.
So that's $1,000 that you say is a loan.
That's $1,000 loan. The notations are right on the checks that she wrote in her handwriting, saying...
I assume you have the check.
Yes, I do.
Because the first few things that you're talking to me about, well, with the exception perhaps of the fax machine, which is expensive, you're really talking about change. You're talking about $80 and you're talking about $100. You know, I mean, I know those are little things. But here we have, wish I could see without my glasses, but I can't.
And it says her notations on the bottom saying loan to Michaelina.
Uh-huh.
Not a gift.
Mm-hmm. Well, that you have to...
That's her handwriting.
I see that. Okay. What else?
During the course of the production, the actual 7 days of filming, Michaelina dipped into the petty cash accounts and was treating herself to extra meals on the way home from the set. Most serious, I caught Miss Lee stealing money from the production account. I noticed on March 6th, with a quick check that I did on my ATM machine, that on the second month's rent that she took for $500, which I had agreed to, she tacked $317 onto this. I asked her what the extra $317 was for, and she said she had some personal bills to pay that month, and she didn't want to break a certificate of deposit that she had in her savings account. She didn't want to lose the interest. I yelled at her and told her to put the money back in the account immediately. 1 week later, she wrote a personal check for $400 and put the money back in the account and said she would not do it again. 4 days later, she started stealing from me again. She had her own private account at the Bank of America. She linked her credit card to this production account and started making unauthorized cash withdrawals. This happened 5 separate times, from amounts ranging from $20 to $120. When I caught this belatedly, because your bank statements come in 2 weeks later after the month, she wrote another check, personal check, for $100 to put the money back in the account. And that same day, that very same day she put the $100 back, she wrote another check to cash for $70. With the $500 that she put back in the account, she is still $127 short on personal monies that she took out. I called all 3 producers together. Miss Lee handed me over all the receipts, unsorted in an envelope that we've been trying to straighten out since, and she was relieved of her financial duties. I have been trying to clean up this mess ever since.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
If you found that he was, as you say, futzing around and not doing things quickly enough, you say, goodbye, I have to go get a job.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Filmmaker Miles Swarthout says producer Michaelina Lee embezzled money from his film budget.
All right, Miss Lee. That's a long story.
It is.
However, I have certain checks that clearly indicate a loan.
That's true.
And I looked at your answer, and not only do you have an answer, but you have a counterclaim. That's... I was not impressed with. But your answer says, well, they really weren't a loan.
That's correct.
Then why would you write loan on the check?
At the time I took them, they were going to be a loan. Then, because we were also supposed to... By the way, we didn't rent a Panavision. We rented an Aton, just so everybody knows.
Well, it's from Panavision.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway.
Type of camera.
Anyway. Hey, shut up.
Hey.
I'm sorry. Okay, anyway. We were supposed to film the movie in January. Okay, I don't have a trust fund. I got to work for a living. I've already done this once. I don't need the practice. I'm not a student. I mean, I was a student.
Just a minute.
I didn't have
Shh. Then what did you do it for?
Out of friendship to him.
Baloney.
No, not baloney.
Oh, Miss Lee, listen to me. You don't quit your job and go into a project where you know you're not going to be compensated financially out of friendship. You know, you're not 18 years old. Mm-hmm. So don't give me a lot of baloney. Make sure when you talk to me, I don't want to hear from you now. We gave you time, uninterrupted. When did this $1,000 become a gift rather than the loan that you originally said it was?
The first one became one in the beginning of February, right after I took the loan, and the second one became one almost immediately after I took that loan, too.
Well, explain to me how that happened.
He said, you're doing such a good job, you don't have to pay it back. And also because of the fact that we were supposed to shoot the movie in January, but he kept putzing around and changing the script, and he couldn't make up his mind which actress he wanted, and he, you know, it was going on and on and on. That, I mean, I don't have a trust fund. I got to get money somewhere, and I couldn't work because of him.
Oh, no.
No, it was full time.
Miss Lee, we don't have servitude in this country anymore. So if you found that he was, as you say, futzing around and not doing things quickly enough, so you were going to be out of work for a longer period of time, you say, goodbye, I have to go get a job. Don't tell me you don't have a trust fund, which you've intimated in your answer says, well, he has a trust fund, so he doesn't have to work for a living. You are a grown-up lady, and if you didn't like the ground rules, all you have to do is say goodbye.
Which, you're right, I should have done that.
Well, you should have done that. And listen to me, Miss Lee. I seriously question whether this man, who has kept to every last penny monies in his head, monies that you have allegedly taken in an unauthorized fashion, said to you, you're doing a great job, I'm going to forgive the loan.
Well, I have a witness.
Let me hear your witness. First, I hear witnesses' names.
Oh, excuse me. My name is Terrell Lewis. I was a production assistant on the production. The first evening in which I met Mr. Swarthout, we went, myself, Mr. Swarthout, Michaelina, and the other producer, Miss Green, we went out to dinner. I rode with Mr. Swarthout to that dinner at Jerry's Deli, and he did inform me that he was paying Michaelina's rent because she wasn't working. She was paying his rent and helping her with his tuition, with her tuition for school.
It was a school.
Tuition is one thing. Tell me the words that you remember that he said, sir.
As best as I can remember, he said, Michaelina hasn't been working. She's been working on this production all day. I've been helping pay her rent and helping her pay her tuition.
Okay. That doesn't say it wasn't a loan. But I understand what you're saying. He did, in fact, help you pay your rent by allowing you to make these loans. Have a seat. Is there anything else you want to tell me?
No.
Good. Have a seat. Thank you. Go ahead. Next.
Where were we?
Let's go to the fax machine.
Oh, the fax machine? That was supposed to be a thank you that I said, you know, I have to do this with a fax machine. I don't have one. You have to buy one for me, and I get to keep it. And he said, yeah, no problem.
Did you ever tell us you could keep the fax machine?
I agreed to. I said it was going to be a gift to her if she'd done a good job on the production. I had given her a gift beforehand. I gave all three producers $85 free years gift memberships in Independent Filmmakers West for the good job they were doing before we started.
Mr. Swarthout, listen to me. It's really important that when you tell a story, especially when you appear to have a favorable response from the person who's hearing your case, that you don't embellish the truth. You did make her the gift of the fax machine. I cannot envision you saying to her, I'm going to make you a gift of this fax machine if you do a good job on the production. That's not the way it's done out here in Hollywood, because everybody's very touchy-feely. Nobody says, though, would say that. You would say, you're going to have fax machine as a thank you. Right?
No, I did say that, Your Honor. We were working on the incentive plan here.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She got what she was working for. She got the publicity.
Yeah, but no one wants to see the movie.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy.
Student filmmaker Miles Swarthout says he used his own money to make a motion picture and that his producer, Michaelina Lee, stole from it.
Now, you took out money from this cash account.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were treating it as your own personal piggy bank. You were doing that even though you may have been putting money back. Right?
That's correct.
But you were treating it as your own little private thing. You needed 20 bucks, you took 20 bucks. So he said to you, you better put it back, and then you put it back. And then you took another 50 bucks, and then you put back 30 bucks. Or you put that back 70 bucks. But you were treating it like a personal checking account, right?
To get gas money to do his film.
No,
Yes.
Miss Lee.
Yes.
Well, if you were putting it for gas money, that's a legitimate thing that you can write
Yeah.
off to the company. We're not talking about that. We're talking about if you needed pocket money and you were a little short, you took out money and then you put it back.
Well, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, sure. All right.
Little teeny bit.
Miss
And
Lee,
most of it was
Miss
for
Lee,
gas money.
Miss Lee, the problem is when you take out a little bit, you see, and you're not 100% pure because you are using it in an unauthorized manner. Put your hand down. And you also feel as if, listen, they're using my apartment.
My car.
They're using your car.
My phone.
All with your permission. Right?
The permission was only given for the first couple months. It went on for 6 months.
Say goodbye.
I couldn't. I was enrolled in the class.
Say goodbye to the class. Say goodbye. I mean, you're not a 20-year-old student. Say
not.
goodbye to the class. Say goodbye to the project.
You're
That's
right.
what happens when you make a film, Miss Lee. I mean, I'm not a professional in this industry, but you hear all the time. Right,
Judge,
Bert? It goes on, and the budget was $1 million, then it turned into $30 million, then it was $30 million, it turned into $100 million. It was supposed to take 6 weeks, it took 6 months.
The
You
next
hear that
film
all
I
the
did
time.
came in on time and on budget.
Well, you must have been dealing with some genius because it never happens.
He was normal.
Miss Lee, if you're saying that the plaintiff wasn't normal, then you say goodbye.
You're right.
So you're right. Now, also, Mr. Swarthout, is this the first film that you've done?
Yes, the first one I've directed.
Then you should know this. Budget is a very difficult thing, and if you think that any judge is going to sit and go through $11.17,
Right.
$20.19, $33.14 to try to come up with the exact figure that you say this lady owes you, you got another thing coming. It's part of the package of making a movie that you have to figure certain expenses. Petty cash is that what we're talking about, petty cash. Now, what you did was wrong, but I'm not going to go through all this to figure out who owes who 20 bucks. You understand that.
Right.
Good.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Now, she clearly owes you for her rent. $1,000 for her rent. She clearly owes for that. And as far as the fax machine is concerned, which is the only other major expense that you told me about, I believe that you gave her that fax machine, as probably well you should if she allowed her home to be used as the hub of your production. So I'm discounting that. Now let me just address for a moment your counterclaim.
Okay.
Because I will address it very briefly. In order to be able to counterclaim, you have to have an agreement. And you had absolutely no agreement with him with regard to your phone bill, with regard to rent for your apartment, none whatsoever. Because you're counterclaiming for rent, a couple of $100 a month, right? Did you ever discuss that with him?
Yeah. It was on our original budget.
Rent for your apartment?
Rent for the office and in my apartment.
That he signed off on?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh.
I don't think so.
I'd love to see that.
I don't know if I have it. I brought everything except the original budget.
Can't help you there, Ms.
Yep.
Lee. Gotta tell the truth. Because he would never have made a loan to you, nor would you have written a loan on your check for rent if rent was included in the budget. And with all those documents that you have, and the main thing that you're asking for here is money towards your rent, your countersuit is for the rent, and that's the one piece of paper you didn't bring where he agreed to pay rent on your apartment. Does that sound normal? Your counterclaim is dismissed, and judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,000. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
Back door to your right, please.
She got what she was working for. She got the publicity.
But no one wants to see the movie.
She's also been branded a thief.
I think he's being overdramatic. It was loans between friends at the time. It wasn't theft.
I hope she never attempts to become a producer in show business again. I hope her industry career is finished. Should be.
Filipino wife, Arlene Rowe, when he answered an ad in an international dating magazine. Thomas says when his new bride came to live with him in the United States, she charged a fortune in long-distance phone calls back to the Philippines. The marriage ended in divorce, and now he wants her to pay the phone bill.
Order. All rise. Your Honor, this is number 173 on the calendar in the matter of Lowe versus Lowe. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
This is your former wife.
Yes.
And while usually the background of a couple's courtship, etc., is usually not germane to the issues of the case, I think that in this case it is. How did you meet your wife, sir?
Through correspondence. A friend of mine told me that about it. He had met a wife overseas, and I tried it myself, and I wrote to Arlene, and she wrote back to me.
How did you get her name to write to her?
It was through a magazine that this gentleman informed me of. His name was Cherry Blossoms, and I wrote to her there, and several other ladies, too.
Did you advertise in this magazine?
My friend advertised me in there.
Your friend advertised for you? Okay. So you began to correspond, and then what happened?
She said she was about to go overseas to take a job, and at that particular time, we had been corresponding for a year. And
Where was she living at the time?
In the Philippines. And I told her I was going to come to see her and not to go, that I asked her to marry me, and she agreed.
This was before you met her?
We had been corresponding. I told her I was going to go see her,
But before you met her, you told her that you wanted to marry her?
Yes, and that's why I was going to the Philippines to see her.
You wanted to marry him?
Yeah, but before he told me about that, I supposed to have like my visa is already ready. Then I told him I have to go because I have my responsibility for my sister. So he told me, and he called to my mom, and he talked to my dad. Then he told to my dad that tell him not to go. I will be responsible for all his responsibility.
For all of your
Yeah, my visa
expenses.
is ready already. Then
Okay.
he told me to not to go.
How old are you?
I'm 23 right now.
How old are you?
45.
How old was she when you began this correspondence, Mr. Lowe?
I do believe she was 20.
Didn't you think she was a little young for you?
Oh, yes, I wrote and told her so. And she wrote back and told me no, she wasn't.
Well, you should have been older and wiser, sir.
Yes.
Because the thrust of your complaint is that while you're divorced now, she ran up phone bills in the amount of $3,400 to her mother.
Yes.
But he used my mom. Before that, he told to my mom and my sister because he's working with him.
You mean your family was working with him?
Yeah, like they're working with him.
What kind
so
of
that's
work?
Why, because they have a correspondence. We have correspondence businesses. Then, like, my mom was the one who's handling his business in the Philippines.
What kind of business?
It's like correspondence services.
Correspondence services?
Yes,
what
ma'am.
kind of correspondence services?
It's called Romance International.
What?
It's called Romance International. I developed my own service and run it on the internet.
Romance International.
Yes, run it on the internet. But, Your Honor, I did not call them for that. I sent them the pamphlets
Yeah, but
and
you
everything in
told
the
me.
mail.
But he told me it's okay to call to my mom, and like, you accept not only my mom, you accept the collect calls from your agent that I talk to them.
Miss Lowe, did you talk to your mother a lot?
Yeah, I talked to my mom.
Did you talk to her for a long time?
No.
When you would call her or when she would call you collect to talk to you, just stay on the phone for a half hour? Sometimes longer?
Yeah. If I talk to him, if I talk to my mom, he talked to
But mostly you talk to her.
Yes.
What happened when you started to get these big phone bills? Did he complain?
Yeah, he told me, but I paid for the phone bill when I started working. Then he told me I didn't pay for it. The first salary that I got from here, I pay for his phone bill. But he don't give me any money.
Mr. Lowe.
Yes.
What makes you think that I should order her to pay you money for this phone bill?
Well, first of all, Your Honor, she agreed when I was first initially going to take the phone out to pay for just the international phone calls. I didn't ask her to pay for anything else, just her phone calls and calls she made to the psychic for $195. That was all she was supposed to pay for. I gave her money every week, which I have records of, that went to the bank, which was taken out in the Philippines. So money was given to them every week for her responsibility, even when I was not married to her. When she agreed to marry me, I took care of her responsibilities in the Philippines. But in order to keep the phone on, she promised to pay just the international phone bills. That's all I asked. She never had to pay any other bills at the house.
Okay, so she didn't. So you got a divorce?
Yes. Well, no, the problem with the divorce was I wanted to move to Brentwood, and mother told her no, she couldn't move to Brentwood with me, and she had to work her $4.25 an hour job. I was trying to get her a job paying $12 an hour, $15 an hour. I was ready to send her to school. I had taken out a $28,000 loan to take her to school, and the mother told her she couldn't go to school. She had to work.
No, my mom didn't told that. You want me to send to school. Then, like, when they interview me, then they told me I have to study like three years to pay $38,000. But you told them that, okay, after you finish your school, you're gonna pay me. I have to pay that for the rest of my life for $38,000.
So what you did you tell her that she was going to have to pay back the tuition?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Lowe.
The whole thing was I would have taken out the loan for the thing, and I was very willing to do that.
Mr. Lowe, you married a baby.
Your Honor, when I first married her, she did not strike me as a baby.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I'm trying to be good in sex, but it takes time.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Arlene Rose says when she came from the Philippines to marry Thomas, a man she met by placing an ad in a dating magazine, he treated her horribly and quickly divorced her. Now he's suing her for long-distance phone calls she made to her family.
In my untrained eyes, sir, this looks like a May-December romance.
Yes.
Did you ever hear that expression?
Yes.
And sometimes men marry women and they're very extravagant. They go out and they spend all their husband's money on jewelry and furs and manicures and pedicures and hats. Do women still buy hats? No.
Yeah. They do.
Your child bride called her mother a lot.
No, her mother called her.
Or her mother called her a lot. Because she evidently needed to talk to her family, very far away from her family. That's what happens when you marry somebody who's very young.
No, Your Honor, the reason they called was because her family kept getting into financial problems.
But you know that. You already know all my responsibilities.
Listen, Miss Lowe, I gather from your answer that you feel as if you have a very strong responsibility to family, even your family in the Philippines. What's supposed to happen when you get married is you're not supposed to necessarily lose that allegiance to your family, but you and your husband create your own unit. You have a mother in the Philippines, you have a father in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Yes? You have sisters?
Yes.
You have brothers?
Yes.
They're supposed to take care of themselves. That's not his responsibility.
Yeah, he told me that's not his responsibility.
It's not. And it's not your responsibility. You're a baby, 20 years old. You got a mother, your father, brothers, sisters, everybody else in the Philippines. All of a sudden, because you got married, you married somebody who maybe had an extra couple of bucks, that doesn't make your family in the Philippines your financial responsibility.
When you're married, this is your financial responsibility, but you're not married anymore. I'm just telling you that for the future, because otherwise you're going to be a very unhappy lady the next time you get married. You can't.
I didn't tell him to responsibility for my family. I told him I have to send my sister on school. So that's my responsibility.
Why do you have to send your sister to school?
Because I'm the second to the eldest.
And what about your mother and father?
They work a lot for my brothers and sisters. And like that time, my father are sick, so I have to go to work.
So
and
what
like
you're
he
telling
knows
me
all
is
all of that.
So what you're telling me is that you had to work here and send money back to your family in the Philippines? Is that what you're telling me?
No. I came here as to his wife, to be his wife. I came here 6 months. I worked for him. In American Embassy, he told that even I came here, I still receive any salary from his business, but I don't get any single penny. He gave me $10, $20. The first time he gave me is $20. And the last one before we leave, he gave me only $10. And like he told me, I always stay in the house. I work for him, I work for his business. I only sleep for 4 hours to work in his business. Then like, I don't get anything. I clean the house, I do everything. And like I told him, he have 1 week salary for $1,000 or $2,000. Then I work for 2 weeks to $200, $300. But I give him all my first salary. So I told him, did I ask you any money from your salary? I didn't even touch your money. Even we have joint account.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Arlene Rose says when she came from the Philippines to marry Thomas, a man she met by placing an ad in a dating magazine, he treated her horribly and quickly divorced her. Now he's suing her for long-distance phone calls she made to her family.
Mr. Lowe, you made a mistake.
Yes.
I believe that your former wife probably made a mistake. Is it your intention to go back to the Philippines? Or are you going to stay here in the United States?
I have to move on to my life. That's all I want.
So what do you want to do? Where do you want to live?
I have to settle all my problem here.
What kind of problems do you have here, Miss Lowe? Other than this one. This one is I'm going to make a non-problem for you. What other problems do you have?
About the status I have.
You mean your visa status?
Yes, Mom.
Do you want to stay in the United States or do you want to go home to the Philippines?
I don't know if I can survive. Maybe I'll survive because I work for 2 jobs. I work 7 days.
You work 2 jobs now?
Yes, Mom.
You send money home to your family?
Sometimes. But I have to settle all my bills.
What other bills do you have?
I have to pay for my lawyer.
Which lawyer?
I have to pay for my car and my insurance.
What lawyer do you have to pay for?
For my case.
You mean for your immigration case?
Yes, Mom.
Are you okay financially, Mr. Lowe?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
You think
well, actually, no, Your Honor. I've got, from our marriage, we've got major bills. We've got about $24,000 in back debt.
For what?
Some of it, a lot of it is mine. Then there's $9,000 between the tax stuff that I put off to help her family when I gave her money to help her family, $3,000, and put off paying taxes that I was supposed to pay the taxes
That's
with.
your problem. That's your problem.
Yes.
Mr. Lowe. I don't think she was, except for her phone bills, I don't think she was a very expensive lady to keep. Right?
No, Your Honor. I paid her a salary every week, and the records show I was putting $180 to $200 a week for her to send back home, and I have records for that.
Did you send back that money home?
No, because he owed my mom's money. Because when he sent some money from me, he told me that's my allowance as his wife. But I spent that money on his business. I told him about that.
Mr. Lowe, who initiated the divorce proceedings here in California?
She left the house, so I tried to reconcile with her. I initiated the divorce proceedings.
You got it. See how fast he's a quick study. And did you have anything in the divorce proceedings about this $3,400 debt?
Yes, Your Honor.
And
she
what
agreed
was
to
that?
pay for it. It's a marital agreement.
Do you have that in writing?
Yes.
Can I see it, please?
This is the one.
Oh, she has it.
Oh, jeez.
When he gave that papers, he already signed the papers. Then the one that he told that to sign it, and I bring it to my lawyer, the second agreement. Because he changed the agreement that it says $3,400 to pay for 30 days. Then he want me to sign that papers.
Just a second. Is there another paper?
Yeah, we have
Your Honor,
another.
because of the first, we had the first original marriage agreement, and it wasn't notarized. That's why I have to come here now. And because it wasn't notarized, I had to get a second agreement done. I took that to her job. She said she had to go see her lawyer again with that. She never came back with that. We were forced to use the first agreement.
Let me see your judgment to divorce, sir.
This one.
She has it.
I want to see if it refers to the settlement agreement. Oh.
The first agreement wasn't notarized, Your Honor. That's why they could not use that agreement in the court. That's why I had to come to small claims court, because it wasn't notarized before the first of the year.
But Mr. Lowe, you have to understand something, sir. I like to see the right thing happen at the end of a case, because that's what I think that's supposed to happen in court. And if you show me an agreement and you say it's incorporated in your judgment to divorce, I have no choice, and I've explained that to your wife. I have no choice but to give you your judgment for $3,400, even though I don't feel good about it. I don't think she's, I don't think she's stupid, but I think that she was vulnerable, certainly more vulnerable than you are. So I feel sort of badly about having to make a judgment against her for $3,400, considering that she works 2 jobs and trying to maintain herself and send money home for her sister to go to school. I mean, that's hard. But now I have an out. Whew.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
You say here, sir, we have no community assets or liabilities.
The second, yeah.
That's what it says here.
Community assets liability, yes.
That's what it says. You have no community assets or liabilities.
That was before, when we first signed that agreement, that was before all the taxes came. So that's when we tried to make the second agreement.
This is dated November 7th.
Yes.
This is dated in October.
Yes, I could not use the first one.
You can't use it?
That's because it wasn't notarized.
So it wasn't notarized, so what am I supposed to do?
That's why when I went to court, the judge said if I wanted to settle this, I had to then take her to small claims court.
Okay, so it's not part of the judgment of divorce, so I'm not bound by another court's ruling.
No,
that
you're
it's
not.
part of another. All right, then that's very easy. Mr. Lowe, your wife is 23 years old?
Yes, Mom.
You're 45 years old. You're a man of the world. She's not. She was extravagant in the way she made phone calls. You have money, not a lot, probably, but certainly more than she does.
Yes,
That be a fair statement? I'm not going to burden her with another debt of $3,400. This case is dismissed.
Is that excused? You may step out.
And on the next Judge Judy.
It's terrible. My sex is terrible, and I don't have experience on bed. That's why.
I told her I would take her to see doctors if she wanted to talk to them with counseling. I had a Filipino sex therapist that was on the internet that I also had her in contact with. I did everything possible to help her overcome that part of her not knowing, being that familiar with what was supposed to be going on in the bedroom. I was very patient with her with that. I figured we had plenty of time. After all, we're both Catholic. We had married in the church. I figured we had plenty of time to solve that.
I'm trying to be good in sex, but it takes time. Not only 1 year, 2 years, but because I never had sex with anyone. If I have, maybe I'll be good, but I'm not. He already destroyed my life.
25-year-old student Marcus Bunch says he was punched and injured by bouncers at the Cowboy Boogie Company. He wants the owner, Jack Wade, to pay his medical bills.
Order, all rise. Your Honor, this is case number 199 on the calendar in the matter of Bunch versus the Cowboy Boogie Company. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Have a seat, gentlemen.
Mr. Bunch.
Yes.
And you are, sir?
Mr. Wade.
Shh. Mr. Wade, you are the owner of this club?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Mr. Bunch, your papers indicate that you were assaulted by Mr. Wade's employees while you were a patron at the club.
Yes, Your Honor, that's true.
Want to tell me what happened, sir?
Me and a bunch of friends went that night to take some dance lessons to have a good time at the club. And
is this a dance club?
Yes, it is.
And we took the lessons, and afterwards we were dancing, and a good song came on, and we decided that we were going to dance with the rest of the customers that were up on a stage or a platform area. And when we got up there, me and my friend John, we danced for about a half of the song. And at that point, one of the bouncers came up and told us that we had to get down. So we did. And we asked him, why could the rest of the people dance up there if we couldn't? And he said, simply because they're girls. And John protested. He said, well, that's not fair. You know, in our society, it's supposed to be equal. If they can dance there, we should be allowed to also.
So there were only girls up on the platform?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So he said if he didn't like it, take it up with the management or get the heck out of the place. And we turned around and we started to walk away, and I said, all right, Haas. And that was probably a mistake. I called the guy Haas. But I don't think that was a very harsh thing to call him. And we walked away and we went back to our table. And at that point he said, all right, you guys are out of here. And he turned around and he walked away. So we just kept going back to our table, and we sat down and we were with the rest of our friends. And he came back instantly with a bunch of guys wearing red shirts that said Cowboy Boogie Company, and he grabbed me briskly and picked me off of my bar stool and started escorting me out of the establishment. And I went peacefully, and in front of me was John, carried hog-tied, and they were slamming him around, running him out the front door, knocking over some of the other customers that were in the place, and they threw him out the front door.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, we were underneath the umbrella in front of the establishment, and we walked past that, and we were actually in the parking lot now. And John turned around and said, I want my cowboy hat. And
this is John.
This is John.
May I say something?
Not yet.
Okay. That night, he had just purchased a cowboy hat from this establishment, and he lost it that night.
Okay.
So he was upset. They didn't want to let him go back in the club to get the hat, and they were arguing, exchanging words at each other. And at this point, to remind you, we were past the umbrella out in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, one of the bouncers, I believe it's this guy here.
Which one, in the red shirt?
In the red shirt, yes, ma'am. He blew his top and ran out. He was by the front door. He ran out and slugged him in the chest, knocking him down to the ground. And his girlfriend and I were standing next to him, and he said, excuse my language, F you too, and he punched her in the chest and knocked her down the ground also. And then when he turned towards me, at that point, I had just instantly, I defended myself, I hit him, I turned around, and I wanted to get the heck out of there. There was too many bouncers there. I'm not trying to pick a fight. I just wanted to be safe and get out of there. Then...
Just a second. So let me understand this, Mr. Bunch. You hit the employee first.
Yes, ma'am, after he had hit both of my friends and turned towards me.
You hit the employee first?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead, then what happened?
Okay, so I ran through the parking lot as fast as I could.
So you hit him, and then you ran away?
Yes, I ran as fast as I could. And then there was a bunch of people chasing me, and I zigzagged through the parking lot. I ran different directions. Finally, they caught up with me, and they beat the crap out of me. They knocked me down on the ground.
Order.
I curled up into a ball,
and they stomped me, they kicked me with cowboy boots or I don't know what, but they broke my finger. They gave me a subcutaneous hematoma in one of my other fingers. They kicked me in the back.
Just a second. When you say a subcutaneous hematoma, it meant that one of your nails turned black?
Yes, and they had to, in the ER, they had to burn a hole through my nail with an electric probe so the blood can come out. It was very painful. They broke my pinky in 2 places. I had numerous bruises and scratches and kicks, and I had a bump on my elbow that lasted for 2 weeks. I was just in pain.
Where did you hit this gentleman when you hit him?
Somewhere in the face.
And I assume that you hit him with your fist.
Yes, I did.
And you didn't stick around to see what kind of injury there was?
Not at all. I was running for my life. I wanted to leave that establishment. There was too many bouncers there. And I'm not a fighter. I was just defending myself. This guy hit both of my friends and turned towards me. Look at him. He's 6'4", 300 pounds and muscular. I'm getting out of there.
You should have gotten out before you hit him, Mr. Bunch.
He turned towards me and was coming
listen
at
to me. You should have, at that point, if you're scared to death of him, you turn around as fast as your little legs can take you and you start to run. If you're, I mean, just think about it, Mr. Bunch.
You're
if you're
absolutely
scared
correct.
to death of somebody, you are large, aren't you, sir?
Yes.
Scared to death of this man. And you probably had to swing up to hit him, right?
No, he was coming towards me. I didn't have a second to react. He hit both of them, turns towards me, and he was down at my level, ready to hit me too. And that's when I just immediately hit him and ran. I didn't have a second to react. I couldn't believe, I was in amazement that this guy ran from the front door, ran out and hit the girl that was only 115 pounds and slammed her to the ground. I couldn't believe it.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I have a permanent disability. My finger is permanently bent.
Is that the hand that you hit him with?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Marcus Bunch wants his medical bills paid after getting punched by a Cowboy Boogie Company bouncer. Owner Jack Wade says his bouncer has a different story.
Now, you, sir, weren't there that evening.
I was there, but I didn't
But
see
you didn't
the
witness
incident,
this. But you did.
Yes.
And who are you?
I'm Travis Kelly. I was also there.
Well, let's hear. Stand up here. You first.
Okay. I was at work one night, and I remember this night. It was a Wednesday night, which is usually pretty busy. And Travis, who works the pit, called me down.
What's the pit?
That's where, in front of the DJ booth. That's where we have the platform where we just allow girls to dance.
Okay.
He says he got 2 guys on there that won't get off. So we went out and we asked them to leave. To get off the platform. And when one of the guys was coming down, he shouldered Travis. Okay? So in other words, he kind of assaulted him with his shoulder. So we wanted to take him outside just to talk to him, which is standard practice.
That is not
We don't
true.
immediately throw people out. So in the course of escorting them to the door, they become very unruly. So we had to grab them, restrain them, and protect the other customers and get them outside. When we get them to the front door, I have to keep the door open. And one of the guys was coming at me, and I put my arm out to stop him. They wanted to come back in the club, and they were coming after me. So I'm just, I'm just trying to protect myself. And then the girl came after me, at me. Obviously, if I hit her, I would have killed her. Obviously.
So what'd you do to her?
I just she ran into my arm and
And she
fell
fell
down.
back?
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of these guys, somebody hit me from the side. I didn't even see it coming. Just it really was nothing. And then he took off running.
Well, that was him.
That
in
was,
case you
I
didn't
guess
know.
it was. Yeah, it didn't even hurt. It's like somebody slapped me in the face.
So he took off running, and what happened?
I don't have an answer for you there. But I saw the police down there. They were down there talking to the police. And
Nobody
they wanted to
chased
arrest
him?
me. I didn't see. I just got hit me in the eye. So.
Did you chase him?
No, I didn't chase him.
I don't know who it was. It was a bunch of guys in red shirts. That's all I know. They had a lot of employees wearing red shirts, just like the one he's wearing today.
Judge, all I know is I was the only one that was injured. Had any type of injury.
That's
And it
not
wasn't
true.
a big deal. It wasn't a big deal to me. you know.
Well, you said he were hit on the side of the face and didn't even
Yeah,
hurt.
that's correct.
And you can't identify either one of these two people as being people who chased
No,
you.
ma'am, I can't. I was running for my life.
And all you saw was some were people who were beating you up in red shirts.
I saw the red shirts. They stand out.
Red shirts?
Red shirts.
Okay. You want to stand up here,
Yeah.
sir?
I'd like to say, first of all, when he said we got off of the bar, the platform, nobody, neither one of us put a shoulder in either one of them.
I didn't
And then
think
we
that-
went back to the
I
table.
really didn't think that you did. Didn't you
No,
see the
we
look on
didn't.
my face?
No, we didn't.
But I want to know this, gentlemen. Have you been to this establishment before?
That was my first time there.
And
I
yours?
had been there before.
Well, if you were there before, you sort of knew the rules. Only girls are up on the platform.
I
Why
didn't
did
know
you-
that that was the rules.
Well, you took a
I
look
see
up on the platform. How many people were up there?
a lot of people up there.
All girls?
It was a very popular song. No, I
Just
don't
a
know if it was all girls or not, but there was a lot
But
of
it
people
looked
up
like
there.
all girls. You just told me, sir, a moment ago that you were offended because in this country there shouldn't be any difference between boys and girls, and you should be allowed to be dancing up there too. So
When
that's
they
why
kick-
you were offended.
After they had pulled us down, we looked up there and said, why aren't those people being kicked down also? And that's when he said, because they're all girls.
You mean you couldn't tell that before he told you that they were all girls?
I honestly didn't take a number. I didn't count them and say, look, there was all girls up there. Let's go up there and dance with all these girls.
And what about you?
Yeah, I saw a couple of girls up there, but I'm a guy, and maybe I wanted a date, so I got up there. But the fact of the matter is, when he grabbed me, 2 guys around my ankles, 2 guys around my wrist, another guy choking me. You know, if they would have asked me to leave or told me, you know, and threatened me, like, if you don't leave, I'm going to throw you out. But they didn't say that. They just came over, they threw me down, and then when they got to the door, they threw me past the umbrella.
Did you sue them?
Did I know?
How come?
The lawyer
'Cause-
said he didn't have a case.
Just a second.
At the time, I had, and
I'm
it was in a
asking
car
him-
accident. I went to a lawyer. I explained it to the lawyer. He checked into it with him, said they went bankrupt, so there was no case.
So
to
you didn't
follow.
sue them?
So no, I did not sue them.
This place is making a ton of money. They have advertisements every night. They,
No, I'm
they have a
asking you-
lot of people there,
Listen
and
to
yet
me.
they're in bankruptcy.
Listen to me, sir. I'm asking him some questions. He's a perfectly intelligent man. He can answer these questions himself without assistance from you. Your date. You had a date that night?
Yes, it was my ex-girlfriend.
Was she thrown to the ground?
Yeah, he hit her with the palm of his hand very hard. She walked
Like
up.
this?
Yeah, with all his force. He hit her. She flew back at least 5 feet, and comes up to my chin. 110 pounds. He had no reason to hit her. He had no reason to hit me. He struck me first. For no reason. I walked back up. I asked if I could get my hat. He said no. We had exchange of words. I stand back. I step back. He came at me, hit me. Then my girlfriend was standing next to me. He proceeded to hit her with the palm of his hand. She had damage to her chest. She went to the emergency room also.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
If I hit her like she said I did, like this, I would have killed her.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy.
Marcus Bunch says he was acting in self-defense when he hit a Cowboy Boogie Company bouncer.
Now, Mr. Bunch, you are in the difficult position, sir, of having thrown the initial punch in this case and then seeking damages. And seeking damages against somebody that you cannot identify other than red shirts. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Well,
I
that's a
do think,
problem.
though, that this is his responsibility as a business owner to interview his personnel, to make sure that they're qualified, to train them properly so that they do not lose their temper.
You have 2 problems, sir. A, you threw the first punch at his employee, and B, you cannot, to my satisfaction, identify his employees as the people who beat you up. It seems strange to me that somebody who was badly injured, as you say you were, did not take themselves down to the police precinct on the very next day and demand to file a complaint against the people who you say assaulted you so that they could be arrested and prosecuted for assault. You clearly knew enough how to file a civil proceeding, which requires the same kind of acumen.
I'm just learning this. I'm only 25 years old. I wasn't aware of my options. We tried to file a complaint against these people when the police were there, and they would not allow us to do so.
I don't believe that that's true.
Yes, Your Honor.
You can't file a complaint against him, sir, because
I just told you. I'm not repeating it. You assaulted him.
We wanted him arrested for assault.
Who's we?
Myself and Michelle
I'm not
Chippy.
interested in them.
Okay.
Their case is not before me. They chose not to sue anybody. Only you chose to sue them.
Now, I can establish that they were bouncers that worked for this club that were the ones that came out.
I'm prepared to hear you.
Okay, because in the police report it states that, and I can give this to you. And
I'd like to see the police report.
it established that they were the bouncers that detained me until the police arrived.
Just a second. Well, the first thing that you say is that you've outlined for me. It says, he ran but was caught by unknown security employees and held pending our arrival. You've outlined that, right? And that statement is attributed to you. It says, Bunch said. Is that right?
I believe so, yes.
So then you said that. It's the same thing that you just said to me here. You indicated to me that this report would prove that it was employees who did that. So far, this is just your statement to the police. Am I correct?
So far, yes.
Okay. Who's something SSMAN?
Suspect Hammond, which is John Hammond here.
That's you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The only thing this says is suspect Hammond related the same information and added that they chased down suspect Bunch after Bunch fled after striking Judas, that's you.
That's me.
In the face. Is
Yes,
that
Your
right?
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Did you see that whole incident where they were beating him up, sir?
I couldn't see. I saw them chasing after him. I did not see them beat him. I saw them chase him.
Ah, okay. Who's they?
The bouncers of the Cowboy Boogie.
Who are not here?
Who are not here.
Okay.
But if they were here, I could tell you who they were.
Okay. But you didn't see any of them assaulting him?
Not behind it. No, I did not. Not out in the parking lot.
Okay.
We were on the ground behind cars,
Yeah,
Your
I
Honor.
couldn't see behind
Okay.
I was very far away from the front door at that point.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to explain to me. I'm asking whether he saw anything, sir. Seeing something gives me information. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
This doesn't prove to me, sir, any of the things that you said that it was going to prove. We're still faced with a situation where you assaulted his employee first. You punched him in the face.
As a direct response to a threat. I thought I was going to
I don't believe that,
Your
sir.
Honor.
What I believe happened was you saw your two friends getting shoved hard. I don't believe he punched the girl. I believe, even according to this witness,
Can I
he
say
pushed
something,
her.
Your Honor?
You say nothing. Say nothing. You've told me your story, Mr. Bunch.
Can I show you the push that he did? Can I show you
To
how
whom?
he pushed her? Michelle Chippy.
It doesn't make any difference, sir.
He went like this and like that in her chest. If you call that a push, I call that a punch. Whether it's an open fist or a closed fist,
Then you
that's a
punched him
punch.
in the face.
Because he turned towards
I
me.
don't believe that, sir. That's
Your
sir.
Honor,
What
I'm not a fighter. I do not have a record for fighting. I've never been arrested for such. I'm not a fighter. I wanted to get out of there. He came towards me
Sir,
before
you
I
started,
had a
listen to
second.
me, Mr. Bunch. You
Yes,
started this whole problem, sir, when they told you to get off the dance floor, and you started by saying to a man who's probably twice your size, okay, hoss.
We got down.
Just a second. Just a second. That's what you just told me you did, right? And after there was an altercation, and I'm not so sure whether you all acted absolutely appropriately, you know, in making a big deal out of this thing. But there's no question that you hit him first.
But
And
he
I
hit
don't
two
believe...
other people first.
Sir, he didn't hit her.
Yes, he did.
I had enough. Mr. Bunch, this happened a year ago. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
This happened a year ago.
Yes, Your Honor. And I have a permanent disability. My finger is permanently bent because
Is that
of
the,
this.
just a second. Mr. Bunch, is that the hand that you hit him with?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good. This case is dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. There you go.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You have to say a word.
And on the next Judge Judy.
I put my arms up to protect myself. They ran into my arms. If I hit her like she said I did, like this, I would have killed her. And she weighs 110 pounds. The reason they didn't arrest me is because I told the police, if they try to arrest me, I'm going to arrest them for assault.
29-year-old waitress Georgina Thomas says her former friend, 36-year-old Carolyn Eclavia, made a false police report that put her in jail for 72 hours.
Order, all rise. Quiet in the courtroom, all rise. Judge number 207 in the matter of Thomas versus Eclavia. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Thank you, Bernie.
Very welcome, Judge.
Ms. Thomas, the basis of your complaint is that the defendant had you falsely arrested, according to you, for assault, which caused you to be embarrassed, humiliated, stressed, strained, etc., etc. Is that right?
Yes.
And your story is a rather interesting one, and I think that probably it needs an airing because it led up to this arrest.
Right.
Is that right?
Yes.
How do you know her?
When I lived in Washington State about 7 years ago, I knew her just from the neighborhood we lived in. We were friends. We've been friends. Then I ran into her again down here about a year and a half ago. So we've been friends and stayed in contact here and there when we didn't lose touch with each other for almost 7 years now.
Now, you were both living on a Navy base?
Navy, military housing.
Military, both of you?
Yes, different complexes.
I understand. And according to the papers that I've seen, there was a transaction with a car that started all this trouble.
Right.
Well, tell me about that.
Okay. I sold her the car for $100, and I let her make payments on it because they had no money, no vehicle, or anything. Then I went on vacation. I signed the title and gave her the keys on the agreement that she would get it out of my name on her husband's next payday because I was leaving on vacation. And then...
what kind of car was this?
Dodge 400. I had bought a new car and
How old was the car?
I think at 84 or something like that.
So it was a real old car?
Yeah.
She sold you the car?
No, she sold it to my husband. I don't even drive. I've never driven.
She sold it to you or your husband, but there was an understanding that you would get it out of her name so she wouldn't be liable for it anymore.
Yes.
Did you do that?
The agreement was she would wait until we had the money, which would be the next paycheck.
But then you didn't.
The Navy was.
But you didn't do it the next paycheck.
We didn't have the money at that time.
I don't care whether you didn't have the money. That's not her problem that you didn't have the money. Let me just understand this. And you didn't fulfill your agreement with her next paycheck to get the car out of her name. That's what this whole argument was about. Is that correct?
That's what started it, yes.
So then what happened?
Then she tells me on the day I got home that she had sold the car and it's out of my name. So I called the DMV and it was still in my name. In fact, it's in my name to this day.
Did you tell her that you sold the car?
Yes, I did sell the car. My husband and I had separated and I didn't have any finances, so I did sell the car.
Now tell me about this assault. How did this all take place?
It was basically because her husband was driving a car around in my name uninsured. Then she sold it to somebody I don't even know who's driving it around in my name uninsured.
She's very irresponsible.
Then I talked to her on the phone and she said, come over and get your cat. She had my cat while I was on vacation. I went over there. We got into a verbal argument. All I did was throw
over the car.
Over the car, yes, and her not getting it out of my name. All I did was throw the litter box on the ground, and the next thing I know, the police are at my house telling me that I assaulted her and I threatened her life if she didn't sign a bill of sale. And I just kept insisting I didn't do this, and they kept telling me, this is what you did. And they arrested me.
Do you have a copy of the complaint?
The police report?
Yes.
No, I tried to get it, but it had been over 60 days, so they wouldn't give it to me without a court order.
This is untrue, what she says.
Just a minute. Did you call the police?
Yes, I did, and the reason why I called the police is when she came to pick up her mail and her cat, when I turned around to get the mail, she threw the cat on me to where it clawed my back, and its claw stuck in my back. Then I went and I tried to get outside to where somebody could see what she was doing. I did not have a phone in my home. My neighbors heard and saw her yell at me and say that she was going to come back and kill me.
You called the police?
Yes, I did call the police. She
All right.
assaulted me in my own home.
Well, just a minute. Did you throw your cat on her?
No, my cat was pregnant. I would not harm my cat in any way. I never touched her. I will take a lie detector. I will do anything. I never touched her. I never assaulted. I never threatened her life. I never did any of that. The only
Well,
thing
you might
her
have
neighbors
threatened her.
saw.
You might have said a lot of loud things because you were angry.
Exactly. But the only thing the neighbor saw was me throw the kitty litter box on the ground, which was empty, and say, I'll be back later for the car because she told me to come back for the car. The guy who bought it doesn't want to deal with this.
Do you have any photographs of how the cat injured you?
I had them at home, but I never got them developed because I dropped charges on her.
Just a second.
I did not
You
want
have
to
them?
press charges.
Hold on a second. Well, even if you didn't want to press charges then in the criminal proceeding, you're here today, so you knew you were coming to court today. Why didn't you get the pictures developed?
Because I did not even want to have it brought this far.
But
She
you know
has
you were
3
coming here,
children,
madam.
and I did not want it brought this far.
Well,
she did not drop the charges. They dropped the charges because she never
No, that is
responded
untrue.
to any of it.
That
the
is
DA
untrue.
dropped the charges.
No,
she
it is
never
not.
responded to them.
How
I had
long
to
were
go
you in
to
jail?
a mediator. 72 hours.
No, that is untrue.
And my
Whenever-
bill was $15,000. I was in there with hookers and prostitutes that could have got out for $150. Mine would have been $1,500.
Miss Thomas, had you ever been arrested before?
No, I was taken to the police station one time for police disturbance when I was like 18 or 19.
You also say in your complaint that the defendant wrote letters to your husband.
Yes.
While he was away at
That's what
sea.
I have it right here.
I'd like to see those letters, please.
Do you want to see the one to my housing manager?
Yes, I want to see
This
all
is the one to my housing manager. It's signed concerned citizen, but you can tell the handwriting matches it perfectly.
Can I see them?
Every sick thing you can imagine she wrote about me.
Excuse me. If she is so nice and innocent, then why do my children fear her? The same day that she assaulted me, my son is coming home from school. She pulls up to him as he's crossing the street from the school, and she tells him that if you don't get out of the street, she's gonna run him over. An 11-year-old boy.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You are full of baloney because if you had injuries in pictures, you would have brought them.
And later today,
I think at the time he had something for me or an infatuation for me, and he thought he could get on the good side of me by posting the $5,000 bill.
Well, that was nice.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Georgina Thomas says her former friend, Carolyn Eclavia, had her falsely arrested after an argument over a car.
Right now, all I have is her complaint. Put it down. I'm speaking. I have her complaint. In her complaint, she mentioned several things. You want to sue her? If you think you have a cause of action,
No, I did not
file a
want to
complaint. I'm asking you, did you write to her husband, Ron?
Her husband had asked me time and time again.
yes
I
or
did
no.
write him.
Good.
Yes,
and this
he
is
wanted
the
to know if she was having an affair.
Hey, you pay attention to me. You wrote her husband. Did you write to her husband before or after this incident involving the police?
Afterwards.
How long had you known her husband?
I've known him before I met her.
So you felt compelled to say that his wife was cheating on him as a
Yes, he had asked me
boyfriend?
time and time again whether she was having an affair. And
When
yes,
did
I
he-
did write, and I did tell her, because the boyfriend was coming to the house where I babysit, where I live, harassing my sons.
It's not true.
Yes, it is true.
Just a second. All of this didn't seem to bother you when you bought her car.
Because
You
I
bought
did
just
not
a
buy
second.
it. I don't even drive.
Listen to me. All these things, the boyfriend, who was, according to you, when you wrote this letter to the landlord, a convicted felon. She sells pounds of weed and cocaine out of her house. All of these things didn't bother you when she sold you the car a few weeks before this incident occurred. How come all these things just bothered you after the car incident?
Because the harassment didn't start until after she had the problem with my husband. To me, it was her business.
Just a
I have
second,
no
what-
right to judge her. But when she started harassing me, harassing my children, and assaulting me, then yes, I believe.
Then
yes.
all of a sudden, just a minute, then all of a sudden you decided that her husband had to know, the landlord had to know about all these charges after that. But before it was okay.
I did call the DA
Just a
that
second.
had pressed charges
Hey,
time and time again.
just a second.
And no one would come because I could not afford the restraining order against her.
You don't have to afford a restraining order, madam. All you have to do is go to court. And if you have a case, you can get a restraining order. Don't give me a lot of baloney. Instead of using the court system, what you did was you wrote letters designed to make trouble for her.
Thank you.
That's what you did. And calling the police, because I don't believe she threw her cat at you.
Oh, that is
Oh, no, I don't believe it. Because I believe, madam, if she threw her cat at you, you are organized enough, based upon these letters, to have developed the photographs, which you say you have at home. When you knew you were coming to court today to show me the injuries, you are organized enough to do that. So I don't believe that there were any injuries. I believe that she did
Then
probably...
why would the district attorney look at him on my arms, on my back, and decide that he would press charges at her? If there was
Mrs.
nothing
Clava,
wrong, why would he take her to jail?
You are full of baloney, because if you had injuries in pictures, you would have brought them. Now, the only issue is, what kind of damages am I going to assess against you? Because I believe that you are a nasty, vindictive person.
Can I explain
That's what I believe. You are a nasty, vindictive person. And I believe that she's entitled to be compensated. Now, the truth is, you threw down this item at her.
I'm kidding.
Okay?
Not
and I
at
don't,
her on the ground.
Whatever, Miss Thomas. You were angry. Very angry. And you probably did say something like you're going to be back because you probably got into a major altercation with her. I don't believe that she had the right, really, at that point, because she was not, in fact, injured by you, to call the police. But I believe that there is more of a vindictiveness involved here than anything else. As a result of that letter that she wrote to your husband, did anything happen?
We're now getting divorced, yes.
Well, it wasn't just because of this letter, is that right?
No, we were having small problems at first, but nothing like this.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you whether you had a boyfriend or not. It's really none of my business. The letter was written maliciously, and the letter to the landlord was also written maliciously. That is Army Housing. I'm awarding you $2,500, and that's against you. Judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,500. Thank you, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. On the back door to your right, please.
I've taken her food. They had no food, anything. I was a good friend to her. I took her to buy the dress she has on now because she doesn't drive. I did everything for her. The only thing I have to say is, from now on, if your big sister warns you about somebody, you should listen to it. She's just jealous. She's very jealous because I get all the attention and she gets none.
And now the next case.
Bodies on Crawford versus Sullivan. Step forward, please.
30-year-old personnel director John Crawford says he bailed his friend Shannon Sullivan out of jail and he won't pay him back. Shannon claims he never asked John for his help.
You were arrested for assault. He posted bail.
That's correct.
You won't pay him the money for the bail that he posted for you.
That's correct.
Well, let us start with you, sir.
Okay.
Because I found your response, quite frankly, slightly ungrateful. Now, when were you arrested?
On the 24th of November.
What were you arrested for?
Assault.
Don't look down there. You probably don't need it, because
Actually,
I'm sure you
okay.
can tell me exactly.
It was the 28th of November.
And you were arrested for assaulting whom?
Somebody at a nightclub.
Were you drunk?
Nope.
So that wasn't an excuse.
No.
You just didn't like them.
No, that wasn't a fact either. I was pulling out of the driveway at the nightclub, and this particular individual walked up to my car and kicked it, a brand new car. Myself and another friend got out of the vehicle and walked up to him, and he started a confrontation. I went back to get in the vehicle, and he came in the vehicle after me. He was on top of me inside the vehicle. The police were sitting out front, and they all swarmed in, and they saw it, seen it happen.
Well, that sounds like he assaulted you, so why do you think you were arrested?
Because of the injuries on him.
Which were, I assume, substantial?
Yes.
Were you convicted of that assault,
No, I
ultimately?
wasn't.
Did you go to
case
trial?
was dismissed.
Now, when you were arrested, you were taken to jail?
Yes.
And Bail was fixed?
Actually, I was going in for my OR hearing.
What's an OR hearing?
Release on my own recognizance.
But you spent the night in jail.
No, I didn't.
You spent any time in jail?
Yes.
Is the reason that you were released from jail because this gentleman posted bail?
That's correct.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
Forget the bail. Why didn't you say that?
Well, I didn't think about it at the time in the bill.
Well, you should have thought about it at the time, Mr. Sullivan.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 30-year-old personnel director John Crawford says he bailed his friend Shannon Sullivan out of jail and he won't pay him back. Shannon claims he never asked John for his help.
How long did you know him before you posted this bail?
Not very long, just a couple of weeks.
And would you tell me how it came about that you posted the bail for him?
I happened to be walking out of the nightclub right as this incident started, and I witnessed it. And I saw the police take him away. I received a phone call at early hours in the morning from the friend that was with him, and he said, Shannon is in jail. He wanted me to call you, tell you that he's in jail. This friend said that he told Shannon he could not get him out of jail and wanted to know if I could do anything to help get him out. He said that Shannon would try to get a hold of me later, which he did. He was able to call me from a desk sergeant's phone.
So he called you from a desk sergeant's phone, and what did he say when he called?
He gave me all the specific information, the case number, told me what he was booked on, told me how much the bail was. I immediately called a bail bondsman. I didn't even think twice about calling a bail bondsman, even though we weren't really good friends. I just felt sorry for him. I didn't want anyone to have to spend Thanksgiving Day in jail when he was planning on going to see his family in Arizona the next day. So I placed bail for him. And
how much did that cost you?
Well, bail was $5,000. They charged 20% of that for fees, and then there's filing fees, so it was $760.
And did you have a discussion with him about paying you back?
He wrote me a thank you note, said, I can't believe you did that for me. Don't worry, I won't let you down. I felt sorry for him because he said that he needed money, and I actually knew of some work that was opening up where I work, and so I gave his name to some people at work. He was hired at work, worked there just a short time. And after he stopped working where I work, he stopped returning all phone calls. I tried calling several times.
All right, Mr. Crawford. Now, Mr. Sullivan, $760 is what this gentleman spent on your behalf. Now, you want to try to explain to me why you don't think you owe him this money.
First of all, I knew I was going to an OR hearing and I was going to be released, okay? When I went up to the judge for my OR hearing, she said that you were just released on a $5,000 bond. I did not know who did. I didn't contact anybody. I never contacted my family or anything. Nobody even knew about it except for Paul, which was my friend. I never requested John to bail me out whatsoever. John did it on his own. That was his own thing. He did it.
Yeah, I'd spend that much money just to be nice.
Okay.
So why didn't you just tell the judge,
first,
I'm not accepting this bail, and I'm prepared to hear whatever you have to say, and I'll plead my own case to be released on my own recognizance without any consideration of this bail, so forget the bail. Why didn't you say that?
Well, I didn't think about it at the time in the bail.
Well, you should have thought about it at the time, Mr. Sullivan. You were more than happy at the moment to say, thank you very much. Where's my hat?
Bye-bye.
He wasn't arrested. You were arrested. Sounds to me like he was a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy for doing that. But I think there's more to it than just being a nice guy also.
Like
I think
what?
at the time he had something for me or an infatuation for me, and he thought he could get on the good side of me by posting a $5,000 bail.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah, it was too nice, actually.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
You had an option, sir. Your option was to say to the judge, who posted the bail for me? Question. Answer, Mr. Crawford. Mr. Crawford.
I did ask that.
You did ask.
They did not have that at the time because the bondsman had not delivered everything over to the court
Well, if the
yet.
bondsman hadn't delivered everything over, Mr. Sullivan, they wouldn't have released you.
That's what I was told.
They
I didn't
wouldn't
get out
have
till 2
released
hours
you if
later.
the bondsman had not delivered all the paperwork.
I've been around long enough to know that.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you
All
what I
right, this is
know.
not a very difficult case. You owe him $760.
Okay.
Period. End of discussion. Thank you very much.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And on the
ज़ुबैर नू पुराने ना वो बना देगा ज़ुबैर नू तू नजरना इन्हू किया ज़ुबैर उरे आ ओए ज़ुबैर ज़ुबैर हेलो
नहीं हमें बस कपड़े बदलेंगे सिर गिला किया हाँ ठीक है वीडियो ना बना किसी और ताज दुध फाड़ दुध फाड़ जाओ उधर दे किधर है मैंने की पता हम केड़े दो उल्लू भराया सन ये देखो चल तोड़ तू आया ए ना अरे यार चल तोड़ यार बैक जान दे बैक आपा दोई टालने ना आ बट तू पीछे जान दे और अपनी मोड़ी खड़े जान दे मिनट बाद वो कहना मिलना तेन यार पता नहीं की मसला तोड़ के आई दुध डोले आना यार बगाना यानी होली होली आ यार पालना मैनू ये देखो आई एम द रेडियो ओ दुध नहीं डोलता यार नहीं दे यार छोड़ दे यार तू अली रजा की मजा ना छोड़ अच्छा ना यार अपना पा यार वीडियो बना वीडियो इतनी आधी टोपनी यार शुरू हुई है ना ओए साढ़े घर वाली कुड़ी ओ यार सीधे जान दे तुसी की मेनू गुस्सा चढ़ाई जंदे मिंट मिंट बाद मैनू दसना पैंदा एनू मेरे घर ला बस ओ यार तो लख दादा वास्ता ही सीधे जान दे यार दादा वास्ता है आपकी जान दे पता मेरा सर दुख रहा है जल्दी आ रख के आ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮਗਰ हां किधर जाओगे दस दो यार से निकल रहोगे हमारा जाया करना जल्दी जल्दी रख के आया आप किधर जाइए सीधे जाइए तक गो भाई मुंडे ने खोल आएंगे छप्पड़ दे जरा दे छप्पड़ दे हां यार काम करिया मंगे यार लाइट है तोड़ रहा नहीं खैर लानत है यार जी मैं बेना पिया सी ना उन्हें किसी ने शक नहीं होना अद्धे मुंडा ने शक हो गया वीडियो बनाई किधर हाँ रोक 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 चल जाएंगे जान कुश्ती है ज़्यादा फेरी मारा ना चार 6 मिनट आधी रह चाबी वाला लेटा हर किसी दे लगे हुए स्कूल कुछ दिन नहीं पिया लाइटा ही नहीं बस आसे पासे दी लाइटा ही नहीं गली च नेरा हो गया 5 मिनट दी रहेगी 5 मिनट 10 सेकंड ओए सीधे रोकी 4 मिनट दी है 4 मिनट दी रहेगी हाँ 50 की यार खड्डे ते तू वेंदा नहीं था दुकाना की आनियां दोवें ही खड्डे भी वे लिया कर में कमरा बंद कर दे बंद कर ये तो ब्रेक आ गई ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੁਸੀਬਤ ਚ ਪਾਇਆ ਹੈ ਘਰੋਂ ਕੁੱਟ ਪੈਣੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਆਣਾ ਹਾਂ ਭਾਈ ਅਹਿਮਦ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਏਡਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੇ ਅੱਗੋਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੁੱਟ ਪੈਣੀ ਕਿੱਧਰ रिया न्यूड़िया दूध फाड़ दूध फाड़ जाओ उधर दे किधर है मैंने की पता हम केड़े ने दौड़ लू भराया सन ये देखो कैमरा में चल तोड़ तू आया ए नाल नाल अरे यार चल तोड़ यार मैं बैक जान दे बैक आपा दोई चलने नाला पर तू पीछे जान दे और अपनी मोड़ी खड़े जान दे मिनट बाद वो कहना बिना तेन यार पता नहीं की मसला है तोड़ के आई दूध डोले आना यार बगाना यानी होली होली यार तो पालना मैंने ये देखो आई एम द रेडियो ओ दूध नहीं डोलता यार नहीं दे यार छोड़ दे यार तू अली रजा की मजा ला छोड़ दी अच्छा ना यार अपना पा यार वीडियो बना वीडियो इतनी आधी टोपनी यार शुरू हुई है ना ओए साढ़े घर वाली ओ यार सीधे जान दे तुसी की मेरे गुस्सा चढ़ाई जंदे मिंट मिंट बाद मैनू दसना पैंदा एनू मेरे घर ला बस ओ यार ओ लख दा वास्ता ही सीधे जान दे यार दादा वास्ता है आपकी जान दे पता मेरा सर दुख रहा है जल्दी आ रख ले ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮਗਰ हां किधर जाओगे दस दो यार से निकल रोगे हमारा जाया करना जल्दी रख ले यार आप किधर जाइए हम सीधे जाइए तो भाई मुंडे ने खोल आएंगे पढ़ दे हाँ यार काम करिया मंगे यार लैट है तोड़ रहा नहीं खैर लानते यार जी मैं बेना पिया सी ना उन्हें किसी ने शक नहीं होना अद्धे मुंडा ने शक हो गया वीडियो बनाई किधर हाँ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਜਾਨ ਕੁਸ਼ਤੀ ਇਹਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਫੇਰ ਹੀ ਮਾੜਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਚਾਰ 6 ਮਿੰਟਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਹਿ ਹਾਂ ਚਾਬੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਲੈਟਾ ਹਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਸਕੂਲ कुछ दिन ही नहीं पिया लाइटा ही नहीं बस आसे पासे दी लाइटा ही नहीं गली च नेरा हो गया। 5 मिनटां दी रह गई 5 मिनट 10 सेकंड ओए सीधे रोकी 4 मिनट दी है 4 मिनट दी रह गई हाँ जा स्कीम दी यार खड्डे तो तू वेंदा नहीं था दुकाना की आनियां दोवें खड्डे भी वे लिया कर तुसी मैनू मुसीबत च पाया है घरों कुट पैनी मैनू है तोड़ा की आना हाँ भाई अहमद का की जाना एड्डा सोहना मैनू जा रहा ते अगों मैनू कुट पैनी किधर सारा आना बना ला और नाना जी और नाना जी और नाना ओए मोड़ कटन दे चुप कर दस किंडा दी और बनाई कैसे लोगी कोट पहन कर इधर ये वाली बना ये नौ सेकंड 9 मिनट भी रहेगी फिर की हो कुछ दी नहीं मैं तेरा चंगा ही बात दी रोकी ना सोची है भीतर तेन मैं हूँ सुबह दसना मैं वीडियो बनाऊँ तस्वीर छापी गई तस्वीर डेंगी डोन बैल बंद हो गया कुड़ियों फ्लावर कर जिंदे सोनू सोनी चरिया पौधे उन्होंने के पाया बनी
लैड बंद कर ला
बैट नहीं बंद करते असि लवाई है बैल है साढ़े को अभी का तो बंद करिए पता किमें लगना साढ़े को बैल 10,000 नवा नवा बैल है पता किमें लगेगा वहाँ 10
बिग डॉग में क्या डाल चलाने पहला
कितना पूरी पावर से गाने दुनिया दे न फ्लावर लगाने मेहंदी की रूठिया ये जादू की नगरी ओ लल्ला जादू की नगरी कड़िया जादू की नगरी से आया जादू बैग नहीं खाना बैग कसमें तो लाभ मैं का तो कर आप दूर जा रहे हैं आन के कड़ा आप दूर जा रहे हैं आप ऑन टॉप पे जा रहे हैं अजकल है कुड़ी के 4-5 दिन ने देखो है कुआरी जाता जवान ये मैं नजर नहीं आता यारियां तीन फ्लावर करने अगियां पूरी पावर लगाने बंद कर मैं कब तो बंद करा तेन अगे दसिया ले नवा बैल लिया पता किवें लगना माम संगी तो आलू छोले खवा देना इथों लेने आ
ਦੇ ਦੇਾਂਗੇ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ 1000 ਨਾਲ ਹੁਣ ਟਰਾਲਾ ਵੀ ਹੁਣ ਤੇ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬੜਾ ਟਰਾਲਾ ਤੂੜੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ
ट्रैक्टर कहंदा पे यार
ਹਾਂ
ट्रैक्टर
ਸਾਡਾ ਤੂੜੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਟਰਾਲਾ ਤੇ ਆਪੇ ਉਹ ਕਹੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਸ ਦਿਨ ਅਗਲੇ ਦਿਨ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਉਹ ਟਰਾਲਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਕਹੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਟਰਾਲੇ ਤੇ ਲੈ ਜਾਓ ਸਾਡਾ ਤੂੜੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਟਰਾਲਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਤੇ ਵਿਹਲਾ ਫਿਰਨਾ ਚੱਲ ਜੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਅਗਲੇ ਦਿਨ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਲਿਆ ਲਿਆ ਹੋਣਾ ਹਲੇ ਨਾ ਤੂੜੀ ਚ ਪਾਇਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਯਾਰ ਹਮੂ ਚਾਚਾ ਬਾਬਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਅਗਲੇ ਦਿਨ ਆਇਆ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਟਰਾਲਾ ਲੈ ਲਿਆ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਟਰਾਲਾ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਲਿਆ ਹੁਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੂਜਾ ਤੂੜੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਹੀ ਲੰਘ ਕੇ ਗਿਆ ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਟਰਾਲਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਇਹ ਆਪਣਾ ਉਹ ਕਿਸੇ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇਦਾਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿ ਦੇਣਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਟਰਾਲਾ ਲੈ ਲਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਲਿਆ ਅੱਜ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਫੋਨ ਮਾਰ
ਓਏ ਲੰਬਾਜ ਬੰਦਾ
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਲੈਣੇ ਕਿੰਨੇ
ਆ ਨਾਲ ਲੈਂਦੇ
ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਲੈਣੇ ਉਹ ਸਦੀਕਿਆਂ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਉਹ ਮੱਕੀ ਲਵਾਈ ਸੀ ਇਹ ਖਾਦੀ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੋਰੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਨੇ
ओए इन्हां दी दुकान पहले इधर नहीं होती एक ही सीन काट लाया
उधर बुआ काट के इधर लाता
दुकान पर ला
जिथे बुआ सी उधर दुकान लै गए जिथे दुकान च बुआ ले आए दुकान खुली बन गई ना
अच्छा
दुकान खुली बनाई है
खुली है जिवें पार नहीं खोले दुकान खोल
ना बनाई यार
क्यों मैं तेनू अगे क्यों बंद करा तेनू अगे दस्या ले मैं नवा बैल लिया ते पता किवें लगे ਅਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਖੇ ਕਬੂਤਰ ਇਹ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਤੋਂ ਦੇ ਆਏ और इंसान और ये मेरे सामने इंसान ही चढ़या तेरा अगर कुछ जाना है मैंने पता हाँ जी बाबा जी चोरी बाटी लिया है आज आने बड़ी जेन आप चोरी करके आप क्यों करके क्या कर रही मुझे बांधू नहीं गई मुखी में बाबा नहीं लाके देना पैना अय्या मरेगा चली जा मारूंगा फिर चलो कार करो फिर पापा को जा एकदम कार आई काश में नहीं देना चलो मामा ने रोका होगा अच्छा अपनी रोटी उठाओ वीडियो बनाई है यार मैं बना रहा हूँ तेरी सारा जहान पीछे पड़ा यानी बोतल पे आ गए सर्दी है यार वीडियो पता नहीं है वीडियो की देखना होती है तो देखती हूँ ना देखते मैं पैसे Ashley check मिनट हो गया 2 मिनट रह गए बहादुर आज से दुखने लग गया लाइट बाजू बाजी की अपन नहीं मारा है अपन हाँ बनाएंगे चिल्ला रही है सारा लाभ था सारा करना दासना सारा लाभ था कितनी मरा है अदरो मैं बान अदरो तू बान Andy कितनी दम दे तेरे इधर चक्की पाई ada chupalan
then
पापा तेरा काले दोनों फिल्म कराया थी पापा तेरा घर है मैं फिल्म कराया थी तेरी बुरी है कौन है कहीं में पहला चोरी वड्डी लिया है
हम खाना रात ही ज्यादा लोग चोरी करते हैं
इनके सानू सानी जरिया मुंह तो देखे उन्होंने थके करो भैन चो गाला पेंदियां ते बाहर मुछ नू वट दे रहे हैं बाहर आके तेनू गाला पैन दईए मैं वो खाना 2 मिनट सबर कर जा 2 मिनट